up, you ending overtime. You feel invincible. Every time you close your eyes, you see the city lights. Invincible, well now it's time to show. Leave it all out on the pavement. Time around. Oh, gonna mess around and mess with the ball, that's what you get. Oh, down around anytime you come around. Every eye you take is covered in a dove, yeah. Got the city lights around me in the club, yeah. Feel on top of the world, covered. Oh, leave me up or down, anyway this time around. Oh, gonna mess around.
revolution. Rise up to the fight. One love, one life for the river. Rise up. One life for the revolution.
FC,
which is of course
Real Madrid.
He started out in this tournament. We've whittled it down to the absolute elite, and what's crazy is it all comes to a head here behind us. 2 semi-finals will take place, absolute elite, and what's crazy is it all comes to a head here behind us. 2 final will culminate it all, where we will find out who this year's champion will be. But before the prizes, let's take a look at the format. Twelve teams made up of a player and a creator from 12 different regions from around the world.
And what are they playing for? Well, it's not only a cash prize, it's UEFA Champions League final as well.
Players will choose their squads in FC25 with all items available.
Their own ultimate team.
Now, the 12 teams started out split round-robin group stage. Now, each match was a best of 3.
Each best of 3 when we played as player. The second, it's creator against creator. And if a third game is...
Now, it's serious business here in Madrid. We need a clear winner. To extra time and penalties, we're going to do it.
Yeah, the group winners will go straight to the quarterfinals with in a spot for those quarters.
If we need of matches won in the best of 3 games, the individual matches won, and of course
also number of goals could be needed to decide the final group order. If we still don't have a winner after that, to decide the final. After that, we decide things the old-fashioned way, with heads and tails.
Up into the competition. Welcome to the EA Sports FC 25 Creative here at the Riyadh Air Metropolitano. This is where it really kicks off.
Woo! Well versed now with every single thing that is happening today. Well, I've introduced Ian and myself. You might have seen we've got 2 guests here. And Mr. Brandon Smith. And how do we announce him now, Ian Chambers?
He is the esports commentator. Have you had enough of that yet? I imagine not.
Not yet. I mean, look, it's only a year, isn't it? So I've got to make the most. Year we've flown across. Unfortunately, the Spanish sun's not out, but the entertainment set last year we've flown across. Unfortunately, the Spanish sun's not out, but the entertainment's certainly been there with the FC.
Tournaments hold a dear place in your heart, because 10 years ago, that's really how your career started, isn't it?
Yeah, I was just 15 years old and I started. I remember, like, back in the days, I would play back at home some tournaments with maybe, I don't know, just a headset as a prize. I would mean to play these PlayStation tournaments, and it was just amazing, like the vibes you would get, the chance to compete against everyone. Been playing professionally for 10 years because of PlayStation tournaments, so being here and being able to commentate this beautiful tournament, such a pleasure.
Proof is in the pudding, Rich.
I mean, they get more kit that they can develop to, maybe being a content creator full-time one day. I mean, this time, €1,000, 2 tickets, €1,000, 2 tickets to the UEFA Champions League final. So them and a pal can travel from wherever in the world they're coming from, and also a trophy. Grassroots events, in essence, is what they are, really do mean, or grassroots events, in essence, is what they are, really do mean, or kind of what they can do for players' careers. It's not just grav at these competitions.
Yeah, we've seen it obviously firsthand, haven't we, from so many players. From so many players that there's players that will play for $100, $50. The chance. Madrid, as much as these guys want to win this tournament at the Creators Cup, it's just a chance to travel, isn't it, and be around, aspiring to be a pro or maybe a content creator. So look, there's been so many success stories from the David, a Dutch pro player that now is for $100 on a Wednesday night, but was there every week grinding away. And look, there are unbelievable amount of opportunities to play.
Atmosphere.
There are unbelievable amount of opportunities for PlayStation tournaments, and it's so simple to sign up.
In this arena is electric, isn't it? You've got players from, like we've said, is electric, isn't it? And what's really cool about the creators coming together is you're seeing it. It's a real opportunity for these huge FC creators to come together, share ideas, inspire one another to create different content. I
don't want to spoil what happened a few hours ago, but I mean, we had just a chat. You could see then when the matches ended how they were all creating videos together. I wanted to be there playing as well. Yeah. So it's just a great opportunity for, I don't know, for us to be able to commentate this. Being people from all around the world who probably don't speak the same language, who made the same language, which is PlayStation, FC25. And I feel like even though we don't speak the same language, we're able to understand each other.
I think the word we should also use is like, you come here and go, oh my goodness, other people are making a career by starting playing PlayStation tournaments.
There's players that could probably make a full-time living of just playing PlayStation tournaments, right? And the great thing about PlayStation tournaments is that it's still so different game styles. FC's always been a massive game that PlayStation have backed and worked with VA, and they are literally available now. If you're listening, watching now, sign up on your console. It's different things. Could be FC points, could be prize. You can join with a click of a button. They run every single hour, and it's different things. Could be FC points, could be prize money, could be coming to next. Get involved.
Guys, you've got this, though, because I'm going to go play at the tournament right now.
There's one right now.
Exactly what's coming up next. Obviously, we've spoken about all 12 pairs. They've been playing yesterday and this morning. They're going to
Brack, look at this guy. absolute showman, passionate about his football and esports, and really wants to get the win for his teammate.
AJ3 then from the UK. He is epic. He started building a golf YouTube channel as well. Let's just AJ3 then from the UK. He is epic. He started building a golf YouTube channel as well. Let's just move that to the side. Ahad is his teammate. AJ3 has got wowzer.
Let's take a look at Zweerbeek, shall we? Casual little 1.1 million subscribers on YouTube, 400,000 on Twitch. Boogie is his team.
Let's move to Group B then. I'm going to say there's two women in this one. From Germany there, she's a trailblazer for women in EAFC. She's representing Focus in sidekick.
Let's move on to Italy. Karim, who you're about to see, is his teammate who had been following him for years on Twitch, so he's absolutely, as you can see, living his dream.
That's almost a... From Brazil, the first ever pro woman from Brazil, and that's her teammate, Baldo.
Let's now move on to Group C and Pre-Chan from Japan. First time, very loud, very vocal, and they have of course made the 20+ hour flight. Every single second of it all. They
are loving it, as I'm sure the Australian duo here, Masterbox. Australian career mode YouTuber, he tells me, trying to be his best.
My guy Drogbaba, wait till you see him flex his muscles. This guy is... My guy Drogbaba, wait till... Look at this, from India, 4 years, full-time in the space. They get themselves hyped up for every single game. Love them.
I absolutely love that. Cacho then from Latin America. He hosts a lot of EAFC. Is his teammate.
I absolutely love these like handshakes and stuff like that. 15 world champions, that might be in the... I absolutely love these like handshakes and stuff like that. Look at Mr. Dunn, 2015 world champions. That might be in the rearview mirror a little bit here, but him.
And our final duo then from Spain, Spursito. He used to compete. He kind of tried to be a pro. Grav said he played a lot of these PlayStation tournaments to get there.
And I heard them quite a lot this weekend. Ito and Rio, the duo there. It's the first duo content creator team we've had in a Creators Cup. But they...
with Ale Ortiz as his teammate.
Yeah, I mean, I used to play against him. Oh, he's one of the biggest YouTubers here in Spain. So the pro career, it was definitely there.
Brandon, just talk to us about some of those names, because they are the who's who of content.
I wasn't sure of Team Pre-Cham before I heard them. And I heard them quite a lot this week in a Creators Cup, but they've been unbelievable entertainment. And look, they've really appreciated this incredible. The celebrations to camera there were brilliant. So for me, they've been my favourites.
So just to be clear, you two before commenting.
Quickly go backstage and whip that mouth on Grav.
For sure, let's go there and let's go practice as well.
But what I love about those little really highlights the atmosphere that is created. That's just a little peek behind the curtain, but this, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think we're accustomed, both of us, to, you know, being in pros competition, and everyone is screaming. You can see how they are celebrating with their teammates. You can see how they're just pointing at.
Now they're potentially going to leave as really good friends, and they might collaborate on some videos together. I'm sure Karim might give him his rewards to open on stream. Like, there's suddenly, you know, you're building some really good relationships and friendships here as well.
I wouldn't know what to do, so I give it to these guys who come out here full of confidence, like I'm making the most of this opportunity. opportunity which has been thrown at them. It's incredible.
I feel that way sitting next to Brandon, you know?
Okay, we're going to carry on down this route because we do have a winner here, the best commentator in the game right now, putting the game on the map. But should we go to see some action? I know that's what you guys at home are waiting for. This, though, the group stages happened yesterday. But actually, it did mean that we could get to see exactly what they were made up going up against each other.
No, absolutely.
What do you think of it?
For sure, and I think, look, what an opportunity it is for those women to come in here and really prove what they're all about in terms of a competitive essence, because there's a lack of them. We need more of it, and we need trailblazers like these two to come through and do that. And I mean, with Fabian, I think she's one of the first players to play in a EA Sports qualifier, and you know, regardless of the results, she qualified to get there, and we need more of those women in the space. Yeah,
signed to an org as well. From the stats, obviously they've gone from your screen at the moment. Who has really excelled or excelled yesterday? Who came out of the blocks firing?
I'd say Mr. Dunn, but probably, was it expected, Gravison? You got a former world champion, 2015 world champion, alongside, you know, Osama, who's pretty decent on the sticks as well. You're coming into someone he's got such high levels of expectations that he wants to go well, and they won every group game.
For me, they're probably the favourites here. I mean, Mr. Dunn is arguably the best content creator in here, level-wise of gameplay.
Yeah.
But I feel like we may have some surprises. Because, for example, Tech and Fabian have been playing amazing, so they might reach, I don't know, semi-final, final. I think it could happen.
Well, of course, if you didn't make it to the big dance during the group stages, you had the last chance qualifier, and that all went down earlier on today. Let's take a look at the highlights.
Well, it was an early start here at the EA Sports FC Creators Cup presented by PlayStation Tournaments for 8 of our teams, as Tekkafoot took on Team Master Bucks, and it was complete dominance from Tekkafoot and her player Baldo, with 2 massive wins to reach the final 8. Team Pretchan against Team Churi, though, was the most entertaining match of them all. The Japanese duo were loud and proud, but unfortunately, they exited out of the competition. Next up saw Team AJ3 versus Team Cacho, and it was a 93rd minute winner for Team AJ3's player Ahad, which was enough to secure them a spot in the final 8. Unfortunately for Team Cacho, they were eliminated out of the tournament. And last but not least, we saw Team Spursito take on Team Zwayback, and it was safe to say that the American duo of Zwayback and Boogie certainly did their homework, as they sent the Spaniards packing out of the tournament. Now only 8 remain here in the quarter-final stages of the Creators Cup.
Now, of course, we saw some devastating eliminations there, but I can exclusively reveal that PlayStation will be taking everybody tonight for laser tag and bowling as a group. So, you know, even if you've lost, still get a prize.
I didn't know that. Are we coming as well?
Yeah, we're all going.
If Pre-Chan are there, I'm there. They're going to be bringing the entertainment.
Well, they've got the hip hop they've been singing as well, haven't they? So they've been listening to that all through their matches, which I'm going to go and have a little look later on when I go home. Maybe that's my music for my flight later. We've obviously got quarterfinals, but we know what's happened, guys, because we've had a lot of matches already happen. The quarterfinals have happened as well. We do have our semi-finalists, so let's see who's made it through.
And then there was just 8 left in the EA Sports FC 25 Creators Cup presented by PlayStation Tournaments, with 3 of these quarterfinals going to a 3rd and final matchup, including Brack vs Tekkafoot, which saw both teams sharing results, and it needed Tekkafoot's player Baldo to come out on top in the final match, securing a 4-2 win and a spot in the semi-final. Next up, Team Mr. Dunn took on Team Churi, which gave us one of the most entertaining penalty shootouts we've seen here at the Creators Cup. And it was Churin's teammate Karim who came up clutch in the final game to ensure that the Italians would be going through to the semi-finals. Quarter-final number 3 saw Fabienne against Team AJ3, and to be brutally honest, it was pretty routine from the German duo, with 2 big wins ensuring a spot in the semi-finals. And last but not least, our final quarter-final between Team Drogbarbar and Team Zwayback also needed the 3rd and final matchup, and it was Drogbarbar's player Charanjot once again clutching up to ensure a spot in the semi-finals. Well, that's the quarter-finals wrapped up. Next up, it's the final 4 here in Madrid.
Ooh, this is when it gets spicy, isn't it? We are down to our final 4. And I'm not going to lie, the fact that it's International Women's Day, I'm sitting here pretty smug. The fact that we have the 2 women's teams made it all the way through to the final
Unreal.
4, Brandon.
Crazy.
It sort of worked out well, didn't it, Rachel?
Didn't
Because where they were actually both in the same group and how the bracket landed, they both got through. I just want to say as well, Mr. Dunn, you were great yesterday. Today, what's happened there? What's on? But they won 4 games yesterday. They have lost, and I think what's crazy is 2 of the teams that topped the group are out, and 2 of the teams that weren't top of that group have come through the lower bracket, been given that second chance, and found a way into the semis.
So who do we have now? Italy, Germany, India, Brazil. That's some strong nations there, isn't it, Graham?
Especially India. I mean, I love them, how they were playing, how they're communicating. I remember I was watching Spain play yesterday. That was Esposito and Ale. And the Indian guy were cheering them up.
Yeah.
So they're my favorite team. I'm rooting for them.
So we've got some big players, big countries represented, big predictions now.
Okay.
Who's taking the whole thing? I'm going. My Indian guys, they're the guys I want.
You want to hear rapping, don't you? He wants to hear them rapping at the end of the show. I know what he's after, song and dance.
You know it.
I think we will have to give a different answer, so...
Yeah, I
go
think.
I'm going to say Teka. Team Teka.
Nice.
I'm actually going to go for the defending Brazil. You know, Brazil won it last year, didn't they? So I'm going to say not Brazil to go back-to-back and do it.
And are you going to say in 2 or in 3? Because remember, best of 3. Player, creator, and if we need a third, it goes back.
In
Pressure on
3.
the players.
I'm going to have to say in 3 because we've
In
seen
3.
so many series go to that last game, so I think in 3.
Okay. Well, it's time, isn't it, Ian?
It is. Listen,
You guys can go.
It's been a nice long journey for all of the players involved to get to this point, but this is where the culmination begins. Our first semi-final is coming right up with these 2 calling all the action after the break.
You might be wondering why you are here. You have been selected for the Munich operation. With the start of the UEFA Champions League, PlayStation celebrates the UEFA Champions League Challenge. I have gathered some of the best EFC players for this mission, but I'm missing one final member. This is where you come into play. Your mission is to find the last member of our team. This challenge is one EFC tournament on PlayStation that consists of a series of elimination rounds. And it's loaded with prizes.
Where do I sign up for the tournament?
To register, you just need to go to the EFC 25 Game Hub and you will find the UEFA Champions League Challenge tournament card. Easy.
And what do we gain from all this?
There are many prizes, FC points, cash, and even a trip to the UEFA Champions League final in Munich. The tournaments will be available every week. There is a UEFA Champions League match from Monday to Sunday. You can play without any limits every hour, meaning that if you lose, you can still have a chance to qualify. This is all you need to know. Now it's your turn to find the person that I need to complete the team.
PlayStation.
No one can come between your perfect baby, my one and only baby. There's only one chance I need for you to let me be the last person to love you, baby. Let me be the last person to hold you, baby. Yeah. Be the last to love you, last to love you. Let me be the last to love you. I'm giving you all my love, girl. Don't be afraid. I know your ex messed up. No need to explain. So all that down, just push it to the side. Baby, it's alright, cause you're mine for the rest of our life. You're perfect, baby, my one and only baby. Flaws and all you're what I need. No one can come between your perfect baby, my one and only baby. There's only one chance I need for you to let me be her last to love you, last to love you, last to love you. Let me be the last to love you, last to love, last to love too. Let me be the last to love you, last to love you. last to love you. Let me be the last to love you, last to love to, last to love to. Be the last person to love you, baby. Let me be the last person to hold you, baby. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh yeah. Ooh yeah. Ey, ahora mismo todo está bien. Yeah. No me venga a joder. Estoy bebiendo con my friends. Celebramos with success. Ahora mismo está todo bien. No me venga a joder. Estoy bebiendo con my friends. Celebramos with success. Hoy no toca ganar.
Well, welcome back here to Madrid for the EA Sports FC 25 Creators Cup presented by PlayStation Talks. Myself, Brandon Smith, and Jaime Alvarez, a man who has been a champion before in Spain, joins me here now in your home city in Madrid. I mean, it's not a bad way to spend your weekend, is it?
No, not really, especially with the way it's raining. We have this beautiful venue in here. We can see just the rain, just this beautiful Metropolitano Stadium. And we can see also the semi-finalist just in front of us. So I think we're going to have a beautiful hour in front of us.
Yeah, no, absolutely. If you have just joined us, good afternoon. Welcome live from Spain here in Madrid, obviously the home of Atletico Madrid. We have got the Creators Cup here. We're in the Etihad Stadium last year in Manchester, where Team Brazil were champions. This time, it could be a different ending. From 12 teams, we have our final four now, and someone's going to be getting €2,500, Grav, and 2 Champions League tickets for them and a guest. So 4 tickets in total. I mean, a money can't buy prize here. What an opportunity.
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't know if Karim is listening to me, but if they win, they could invite us, right?
I mean, they get a +1, don't they? So, I mean, this is unusual for me, Gravison. I always come to Spain and the sun's shining. I mean, if anything, it's a good excuse for us today to be staying inside because it is a bit rainy out there. We've not been blessed with the best weather, have we, this weekend?
No, not really. And usually when you guys come over here, it's sunny in Spain.
It is, yeah.
But I don't know.
Well, then.
Not this time.
Not this time, indeed. Well, this is the matches up that we've got in front of us. We've got Team Tekafut and Balder. They're representing Brazil. We've got Team Turi and Karim is back. They're from Italy. They go head-to-head in one semi-final on the opposite stage. On this one, you can see at the moment, you're looking at Team Fabian and Kamal and Team Drogbarba against Charanjor. What is great here as well, as we were just saying behind us on the couch, so many different personalities here, so many different communities, hundreds of thousands of people signed up on the PlayStation Tournaments tab to get involved in this, and now they're here. I bet a lot of these people didn't believe they could have got here.
No, not really. I don't think. For example, when I started competing in these tournaments, I didn't think I could reach the finals. But then you start winning games, and your confidence just builds up. So I want to see this first match with Karim Isbak and Turi, because I feel like what you mentioned was just on point. Karim Isbak used to watch Turi, and now it seems like they're great friends.
I generally reckon they'll be together on a YouTube video in the coming weeks, probably vlogging this experience here. We're jumping into the game now, we're loading in, and why this is even more exciting, Gravison, these guys have been given a very special EA Sports FC25 account, which means that they can use any player in the game. It is a childhood dream getting to use his account, because you can use any player you want. I mean, if you fancy a Team of the Year Cafu, you can have him. If you fancy Virgil van Dijk Team of the Year, have him. Team of the Year William Saliba. We're going around the pitch, and I'm just reading out all these big names, because you can choose anyone in these teams, Gravison. And, you know, as a former pro player yourself, it doesn't get better than that.
No, not really. I remember when there were no restrictions back in the days. I feel like when you could just play with the Team of the Years, with the icons, I feel like the best player won every single time, because when you play with the best, this could actually happen. Beautiful trivela by Graham Hansen, and that's 1-0 for Team Italy, 1-0 for Karim Isbak. this could happen if when you're playing with the team of the years.
Well.
Goes in.
Bellissimo. I think is how we'll describe that one. Karim is back. He's certainly enjoyed his first outing here in the PlayStation Creators Cup. A time green Trivela. I mean, what the interesting part about that was, Gravison, minutes before, he did trial that. He sort of gave a warning shot to Baldo to say, look, I'm going to probably look for the time green Trivela from there. But can you stop it? A little bit of goalkeeper movement? Or is it if it's time green and the angle's right, you just can't stop it?
I feel like if you move the keeper, it's easily saved. But he had the first chance, didn't move the keeper. And I feel like if he wants a chance to win this game, and not only this game, but let's just say he loses this one and maybe he gets a revenge on the third match, he has to start moving the keeper, because if not, he's going to just spam those trivelas, those finesses, and he's going to score every single time he reaches that final third of the pitch.
Well, the reason why Team Churi deserve so much plaudits of how they've gone so far in this Creators Cup is because they didn't top the group. They played against Mr. Dunn, who I was hyping up minutes ago until I found out that he lost in his quarterfinals, because they won 4 games from 4. Both the creator/world champion, Mr. Dunn, and his teammate, Osama, were unbeaten until today. They lost in their opening game. And I tell you what, it was the most entertaining second game it was. Hello, is he offside? Yes.
How was that?
Because
what
happened is that there was a 7-1 result in the first game between Karim and Osama, and then game 2 was a penalty shootout, and then I'm not lying to you, Gravison, we went round the whole team. I think we're on penalty number 12. Here's a chance, Vinicius, saved by Yashin. We went round the whole team. It was the content creator match. It was Mr. Dunn against Churi, and I generally saw the goalkeeper take a penalty. I think it was 12-11 on penalties. And that's why I went to a game 3. And then Karim came back through, picked up a 6-3 win, and that is why the Italian duo are in this semi-final.
What we probably learned from that match first is that penalties are so important now in the game, with the way I feel like every single...
Oh, wow. Oh! I mean, he's feeling frustrated there because Caroline Graham-Hansen should have been able to hit the target there. I mean, it's their team of the year.
Yeah, especially with not only the Trivela Plus, but that Hansen has the finesse as well. So I feel like that, even though it was with the left foot, not her preferred one, it should have went in.
21 minutes gone here. De Jong. McAllister intercepted. He just can't really find his groove, Baldo, who is no stranger to the pro scene. He actually played against Gabarros quite a bit, the Brazilian pro player who sort of was one of the rookies of the year in the FC pro scene outside of casual EAFC 25. He played in the E Libertadores last year, and he's actually had quite a good last 12 months in terms of playing in atmospheres like this, in pro atmospheres.
I feel like Teka is struggling now in the way he's adapting to this game. As you mentioned, in the Libertadores last year, he was amazing, but now the game has changed so much. He's playing the 4-4-2, which might not be the strongest formation at the moment. It might be, but just for Anders, just him. But obviously, Karim is back, being an Italian player. He must have watched a lot of Obrun matches because he's rocking that 4-2-1-3.
And he's also an active player in the FC Pro ecosystem. His Karim is back. He was actually playing in the E-Serie A this week, in fact, just a few days ago, in Milan, representing Genoa this year. And I think he's been unbeaten in the league so far, so he's coming into this in the best form possible. Can he defend this attack, though? Johan Cruyff trying to find that finesse, and unfortunately runs into the path of the team of the year duo, which I think, Gravison, we're going to be seeing across the board from most of the teams here. That same duo, Virgil van Dijk and William Saliba.
Probably. I think they're the best pair of centre-backs you could get, and now Vini Jr. is through.
Can he find a cutback? One more pass, surely. Faked it, Henri! Finesses in! And the Italians are cruising towards a first win in the series in the semi-final.
Let's just break this down. This is just the main example of why the 4-2-1-3 is so useful at the moment, because you can fake a pass into the winger, which was Hansen, but then he opened up the space for a finesse with Henri. So he had two options. Baldo decided to defend the pass, so finesse went in. That's 2-0.
It's a perfect example there, Gravison, because in that moment there was you have to make a decision, don't you? Henry just took an extra second there to just slow down on the ball. There could have been a pass option to Hansen, but he faked it, and to be fair, he's done really well there.
Yeah, I thought the pass was coming as well, but I mean, that's the reason why Karim is here in the semi-final, and he is unbeaten in the East area as well, because he's able to put you in those 50-50 situations in which you got to choose. You got to defend the pass, you got to defend the shot, and if it's not right, you're going to concede a goal. So that's 2-0 at the moment for Karim is back, but he seems to be cruising at the moment, not only on offense, but on defense as well.
Well, let's see this attack coming first. Chance, Vinicius, can he just about push off 2 or 3 players there, which surprised me. It's not known for being one of the most strongest players, Vinicius Junior, but the pace, I think, and the dribbling was enough just to squeeze through the chance. Karim's not happy about that one, but it's an important goal for Baldo, who's part of this team Tekafoot.
As we just jump onto the other match between Fabian and Drogbaba, which is a 1-1 result in the 21st minute of the game. You can see Reiten for a Tribala! Amazing, amazing Tribala. Bellissimo, you'd say, Brandon. And Drogbaba is able to lead the game 2-1.
Yeah, that's Charanjot there in the chair of India, who has actually been unbelievable in this Drogbaba team. I think by his own standards, Drogbaba hasn't won all of his games in this Creators Cup, but that's why the team element is so important. You have to pull your weight, you have to help your team out where you can. And we'll see that again every time on the replay, again and again and again. Time Green Chevelle, if you get them right and you've got good quality players, they're going to fly in every single day. 2-1, Drogbaba lead in this game. They did top their group yesterday. They were really impressive. They're also playing against the other team that topped their group as well, in Team Fabian, who we must say on the opposite side of that stage, there's Kamal there, who did play a little bit in the virtual Bundesliga, in fact, which is the German, see, the football league, the virtual league there, which is part of the competitive scene of EA Sports FC. So you've got 2 really confident players, you would say.
Yeah, for sure. Back in 2023, he qualified for the Champions League. In 2024, he was just 1 match away from qualifying to the FC Pro LAN qualifier. So I feel like Kamal has been knocking on the door, and this might be his opportunity to finally win one international event.
Well, I've just seen it in the other game. We are at half-time. That is Karim is back against Baldo. Team Churi against Team Tekafoot. That's 2-1 and they lead in the first game. Remember the format here in the EA Sports FC 25 Creators Cup presented by PlayStation Tournaments is the competition winner, the PlayStation Tournaments winner will always play first. Then it goes over to the team manager, the team captain, so to speak. And if we need to go to a 3rd and final game, we will do that, as there could be a big chance here. Look at the pace there from Ronaldo Nazario as he tries his best to pull away from Teo Hernandez, which, unfortunately for him, is one of the fastest defenders on the game. Just about hangs on to the ball still. Can Rodri. La Croqueta, step over, Reiten!
Oh.
Everything about that goal was perfect.
And the main thing we can do now is just sit down and clap, because that was an amazing step over by Reiten. The first time he went for a Tribella to score the 2nd goal, so now Kamal was defending that chance of a Tribella, of a finesse, but this time it was a step over, acceleration, beautiful finish, 3-1.
I don't know if he cancelled the skill move, but it looked for a second there, Rodri nearly pulled out some sort of... It looked like a La Croqueta to a degree,
yeah,
but I wasn't sure what it was.
I thought it was a Croqueta pass, a cancellation, as you just mentioned.
I don't know if we'll see it again on that replay there. That was one of the other goals that went in earlier into the game. Thierry Henry scoring that.
Titi, oh, what an item.
I mean, you just look around you, don't you? Obviously, Foot Birthday came up yesterday. These players aren't available in the teams today, but you've still got all the promos that have come out this year. Those Team of the Year icons, as you're right to say, Gravison, are ridiculous. That Henry Team of the Year. Let's jump back across to this one now. 7 minutes into the restart. Has that goal we saw before the half-time period given Team Tekafoot a bit of a boost, or will it not mean too much as the Italian forces just driving forwards? 3-1.
You can see how Baldo is not happy at all with this defense, because he pulled out a right back As you can see, now the space was open, but I think Van Dijk had all the time in the world to go for a standing tackle or a slide tackle even. He decided to just wait for a possible, I don't know, step over, a roulette, but nothing came in. Just a shot with the left foot. That's 3-1 for Team Italy.
Don't get me wrong, the shot was in time, there was nothing fancy about the finish, but the angle there surprised me that it still went in.
That's the thing with Team of the Years, I think, because we're used to probably seeing 100K, 1 million coin players, and then when you see these items which are just the best in the game, I feel like those angles just work out. They go in.
A big goal, a big 2-goal cushion, sorry, as well, which could really help them out. De Jong, clever pass! How has Virgil van Dijk done enough there, Gravison, to stop the shot there coming in from Johan Cruyff? It looked like he got in the way of his leg.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably the play style. I don't know if it's the Bruiser play style. Maybe you go with pressing X with the advanced defending, and if you're lucky, you're able to get the goal. But that was a tricky one, because if you misplace it, that's probably a penalty. So you never know.
Oh, look at that run from Teo Hernandez again. In a right back there, Gravison, Maicon.
Yeah. Have you completed him?
No. I'll be honest, there was a Maicon Cup, right, or something on those lines, and our good friend of ours, Ryan Pessoa, was grinding that out, but not for me. Have you?
No, actually, I forgot I had, because I think it was the first week, then you had till Monday to Thursday, and then the following week. But I thought, let's just say the schedule didn't work out well for me.
Chance, Henry, is he onside? You do not give him time. And that's a very happy set of Italians on the main stage. It's a 3-goal cushion. Bordeaux's not happy about it, but you have to remember, he could get another bite at it in the third game. If this game has to go to a third game, if Tekafut can beat Churi in game 2, we'll go to a third matchup. I'm not sure what happened there, but we've watched a lot of FC in our time, Gravison. You do not give a team of the year, Thierry Henry, in a pro's hands that amount of time.
We were talking about the 4-2-1-3, I would say the most useful formation at the moment. And if you're able to get the ball to the cam, and with probably an incisive pass, even a long ball pass, if you have the right timing and you have the right just angle to work out that pass, it's gonna go well for you, because as you can see, Henry scored that beautiful goal, and now Alexis through.
Oh, Alexia, stop it!
¡Qué golazo, por favor!
The Elastico sent Bordeaux packing. And there's a reason why these final four are in the latter stages of the tournaments with performances like that. Look at this, Alexis Mateus. Oh, I think you can see someone's quite enjoying themselves here at the Creators Cup.
And that's Team Italy. Karim is back, because if you want to break it down for the people at home to just be able to do that, you just gotta press L1, and then you do a beautiful normal elastico with Alexia Putellas, and you'll be able to do that. But of course, the main thing for me, you gotta work the angle and you gotta work the space. And Karim Isbak was able to just beautifully do that.
6-minute halves as well, Gravison. 20 minutes for 4 goals. I think we're looking at an early win in the series here for the Italian duo.
Yeah, it seems like it. Especially with the way he's defending, with a 95 depth at the moment. I don't feel like... Ooh, Cruyff, wait for a second. No, I don't feel like at the moment Baldo is going to be able to make a comeback. I feel like this game is done and dusted.
But there is a second chance. This is not done yet.
I'll probably say he has 2 minutes, like in
real lifetime.
Yeah, to score 4 goals. So, I mean, it's possible, but I wouldn't bet on it.
How do you think the team captains are feeling now? Because you're on both sides of the screen, aren't you? If your team take a foot, you know you've got to win this game to go to a third matchup. Or on the other side, if you're Churi, yes, you've got the cushion of going to a third game, and you've got a player in your hands who's playing so well at the moment, but you don't want to let him down.
I feel like Churi, the way he played in those quarterfinals, Tribella again. Another beautiful Tibella by Alexis McAllister. And it seems like...
Are they coming back, the Trivellas?
They mostly are, because I don't know if back at home they're coming back, but here at the Metropolitano, for sure they're working.
They're flying in, aren't they?
Yes, they are. And back to my point, I feel like Turi in the quarterfinals did let down Karim a bit with that penalty kicks. I feel like he has to prove that he's able to win that match to make it into a final now.
Long ball over the top. As we join this game now, we are seeing one-way traffic on both sides of the screen. We can also see you at home as well, though, watching across our broadcast channels here on the PlayStation channels. Finesse! 20 minutes! I mean, look, there is time.
So you can see that through pass to Aitana Bonmatí. First time finesse. Keeper was coming out. And the main question in here is, does Kamal have time? Make a comeback?
Just to get your opinion as well, Gravison, on that, exactly what happened there, Bonmatí for a split second. We see it a lot, especially in more advanced players' games. Just the trigger of the run there to continue the run of the midfielder. How do you do it, and why is it so effective? Because we've just seen a great example there. No attacker involved. You just saw Bonmatí continuing a run, finessing it in, put important goal.
For me, the main thing in this situation is when you're building up the play, you gotta just trigger L1 so you can trigger those runs, and then you have a chance to maybe open up the pitch wide to the wings. You could probably just go for a pass into the cam situation, but I feel like when you trigger runs, which is fairly easy, it's just pressing L1, the angles and the spaces open up. So if you don't do that at home, that's probably one of the main reasons why you're not attacking well in the game.
Cruyff just can't pull away, unfortunately, from the long legs of Virgil van Dijk. This should be a goal.
This has to go in.
They're good as penalties, I always say it, because they are.
They're pressing L1 now, circle, time finishing, and it goes in. You were mentioning how this, for pros, is a penalty situation, and he did it just right. Pressing L1, pressing circle, confirming the best shot possible with time finishing. And Alexis McAllister, second goal of the game, 3-5.
Unfortunately, Gravison, there's just not enough time, is there? We're about to go into additional time. We're probably not going to get much of it. It looks as if Team Turi are going to pick up their first win in the series. Remember, if in our second game Turi was to beat Team Tekafut, that would be a 2-0. They'll be in the grand final.
It seems like Teka is calm and composed at the moment. I don't think she dropped a match in this competition yet. And it doesn't look like she's going to drop one in the next match against Turi. I would say she's the favorite coming up to that match as well.
Just looking across the board there at the results that Tekafut has had. Chance. That goes in if there was a bit more time. Could be looking at a different scenario. Full-time result in one of our games. We'll jump back across if we can to our other matchup, because we're not done yet in our other semi-final. But last time we did see Gravison, Team Drogba were in front. There was 20 minutes left in the game, and still looks that way. Only 9 minutes left.
It seems like Charanjot is comfortably controlling the match at the moment, but he has to defend now. 10 minutes left, 2 goals lead cushion. And I feel like if he defends this well, it might be it. He has to be able to just calm down now, keep the ball, pass it to the fullbacks probably. As you can see, Casillas passing it to Hernandez. And if he's able to keep this ball alive, this might be GG.
Lovely little play a lot there, manual play a lot there from Charanjot. Just kept himself on side for Vinicius Junior. Doesn't need to score again, just take time out of the game. You've got a 2-goal cushion behind you. And that should do us from our first semi-finals as we are locking in and loading into our next games, as we see in front of us Tekafut and Churi taken to the stage. 1 point on the board to Team Drogba. Charanjot backing up the performances that he's given us all throughout the group stages, Gravis, and he has been one of the most consistent players here in Madrid.
You see that first time passing to Vini. Beautiful, low-driven shot by Vinicius Jr. and the way to seal the game. That's 1-0 to Team Drogba. Charanjot just keeps on pushing.
Just having a little look here, Gravison. I won't say it too loud because he might look over and see me, but Drogba hasn't won a game yet here.
But here we are at the Metropolitano, the Stadium Dreams. It could be his first game.
But the way that they've done so well and they've topped the group is because Charanjot has been flawless. Which, don't get me wrong, that could be needed again if we need to go to a game 3. That's a very ambitious shot from that far out, and that will do us full time in game 1. And the stats are being backed up by some of the most convincing players we've seen here. As now we will change lobbies, we'll reset the game, we'll get the team captains on the sticks, which makes me a little bit more excited because it's going to be a very different style of gameplay, isn't it, Graf?
I mean, this are the games we want to see, of course. We do see those PlayStation players who are amazing at the game, but I feel like the creators bring up a different way of playing. They can play tiki-taka, they can play, I don't know, counter-attack. I feel like those game styles are way defined. More defined, so I'm really looking forward to see this semi-final one, especially.
Here's a few of the highlights at home in case you missed it in our first round of action. Again, it was Karim is back, just dominant. I think we saw that from both the games. We saw one player always have 2 goals in front, made it difficult. You score one back, I'll add another one onto the tally, and he was always just chasing the game, it felt like.
Especially in a 6-minute half match, I feel like when you lead by 2 goals, it's just too much of a lead. Just the game progresses, the minute just adds, and I feel like when you're 2 goals down in the 30 minutes, it could be a comfortable situation, but when you're 2 goals down in a 70 minutes, that's a tough one.
Absolutely. Well, look, as you said, there is a chance to pull it back now. The players will now swap positions, so to speak. They'll be playing with the same team, we must say, as well, which is an interesting fact. Both the teams, team players will be using the exact same lineup, which, again, I'm not complaining by any means. I think these teams are worth 50 million plus coins when you've got so many icons and players there. We did see a few differences in the team. Someone's going for a fantasy Maicon at right back over a team of the Akafu. If you had a personal preference on that, it seems like the only place on the pitch where people argue is left back, right back. Well, not even left back. Teo Hernandez is going to be in everyone's team at left back, right back, and maybe a forward. Yeah,
I think the situation is maybe a choice between Henry and Ronaldo on R9. You could see, as you mentioned, the Maicon Cafu's situation as well. But then, apart from that, Hansen probably the best winger in the game. Vinicius Jr. as well. And then we did see Aitana Bonmati, which I don't think we're going to see coming up in this second leg.
You're kind of spoilt for midfielders, aren't you, to a degree? Because someone like Hullet doesn't really get a look in now, does he?
No, I feel like he lacks the play styles and the stats as well. I'll probably go with the young winter wildcard and Timothy Rodri. Those would be my picks.
I mean, what? De Jong's got 99 passing, which puts him in there for sure. We did see Bonmati feature. You get spoiled because you could have a team in the Epateas in there as well, don't you? You've got so many choices where it comes down to just personal preference. Bellingham won't really get that much of a look in, which is a shame because he's got some unbelievable items this year.
Yeah, but I feel like that Team of the Year version, the playstyles, I don't feel like they're as good as they should be. I feel like I'm missing an item, one that I love and that I would love to see in here, and that's Santi Cazorla.
Santi Cazorla?
Yeah, I would love to see him.
He's actually got an unbelievable winter wildcard, hasn't he?
Yeah, 99 shot stat. So
well, here's a quick look at the team. You are right. Midfield duo is perfect there, Gravison. You're the money. I thought you expected it to be right. This is a chance now for Team Tekafut to pull this one back. If she wins this game, we go to a third game. And there'll be a chance for Baldo, who just sits behind the team captain, hoping that Teka can pull out an all-important result here. It will be Churi from right to left, Tekafut from left to right. We could have extra time, we could have penalties. I'm all for it.
Ooh. I'm all for it as well. we love some penalties, especially here at the Metropolitano. We've seen some beautiful penalty.
Mateus finds Henry. Mohamed Salah does come into this team, Gravison. I mean, he was a Team of the Year item worth about 3-4 million coins in game if you got that line around. Don't get me wrong, he's a very decent player.
It wouldn't be my pick. I'll probably go with Hansen. I think she's stronger. She's probably better placed as well. Hansen would be my pick.
Just about on side, Vinicius Junior there. As we have kicked off our other game as well, Drogba looking for a first win. If he got it now in a semi-final, Gravison, what a time to get that result.
Best time of the day to get a win. Just to grab a spot for the final.
Keep an eye now on that run. Alexis Mateus in the midfield. Mohamed Salah just teases it. Chance for Teka.
Oh, that was smart. I feel like she was going to commit to that pass to Putellas.
It seems like it's the case, Gravison, after time of just getting a player into a corridor of uncertainty, so to speak, where you've got to make a decision. Do you fall into the trap of diving into a tackle, moving a centre-back out of position, then suddenly you've potentially got an open goal or a really good chance of scoring? Maybe we're going to see that now if Churi does dive into a tackle or pull a player out of position. That time he does all right because De Jong is back to defend.
You were just on point about that. You open up situations in which you got to defend those 50-50. So it happened before with the player lock. He defended the fake player lock, but let's just say he didn't defend that. This could happen.
Big chance, Mateus, saved by Yashin, who came flying across the goal. I'm surprised his hat didn't fall off.
I'm looking at the pitch if I can see maybe the hat dropping off.
No, he's just about stuck on his head still, I believe. Everybody had that centre-back item last year, and it was actually pretty good.
He was amazing, 94 rated. And we had some different options. This year we have the Totti blueprint of Onana as a winger as well. So sometimes you see those goalkeepers just out of position, but they play good.
Vinicius. Chance here for Teka. Oh, that was very nearly dangerous there. You just saw Maicon diving into the tackle. Still in possession though. Here's the Brazilian player, Salah! A really important start in a must-win game in this second semi-final matchup.
To break it down for the people at home, this is what we usually pros call the ladder situation, in which you pull a center midfielder out of position, and that's just a small mistake which can lead up to a goal, because as you can see, Teka just started passing from fullback to center midfielder to Cam to striker, and it's just easy passes, but that ladder was found there because, as you can see, Turi pulled out the center midfielder at the start of the play. That's 1-0 to Teka.
Well, Gravison, let's see what's going on in the other game, because remember, if we are seeing Fabian beat Drogba, that would mean we'll be going to a third game over there as well. Let's jump over if we can and check in to see if there's been a goal in the game as we join it now. And it looks as if we've joined at the right time, firstly. And secondly, it looks like Drogba finds himself 2-0 down, and we could be on our way to a third matchup across both of these semi-finals.
Fabian with a second goal to lead the game. As you can see, he passes the ball, pass into Thierry Henry, and a beautiful trivela. Team Fabian leads the game 2-0 at the start. That's a beautiful finish by Titi Henry. And it doesn't look like Drogba is going to be able to grab that first win today. He's struggling at the moment against Fabian.
And if you wonder where the name comes from, he's a massive Chelsea fan.
Makes sense.
And there was certainly a striker there that was quite famous and made his impact in the success of that Chelsea side, and he's been a massive fan of them. Unfortunately, he hasn't been able to pick up a result here in Madrid in the Creators Cup, but this is why we've got that team element, because his teammate Charanjot could potentially still take the team to a grand final in game 3. What was you going to say? Sorry.
Just look at the striker from Drogba. I don't know if
is it Drogba?
It is Drogba. It is Drogba. As you can see now, Drogba is controlling the ball. That's a beautiful pass from Drogba to Salah. Just offside.
Look, if he doesn't win the game but Drogba scores, doesn't matter. He's actually quite fortunate though, Grav, because Drogba's actually quite good in this game.
He is. Do you remember back in the October, November with those power shot pluses situations?
And that was his normal item. Since then, he's had a couple of promos, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Got a grassroots great, I believe.
I think so as well, yeah.
Which has made him become a little bit more desirable. At the moment, though, Fabian is cruising. She should be on for a third. One more pass. Oh. Yes! It is perfect FC. At least he's having a good time.
He's having fun at the moment, because there's not much you can do when you see that pass from Pele to Henry. As I just mentioned, those 50-50 situations in which you gotta defend either the shot, the pass. But everything started with that driven pass by Pele to Thierry Henry, and Caroline Graham Hansen with a 3-0 lead. Seems like this game is going to be tough for Drogba. Same as the whole tournament, we could say.
Well, a handful of these creators, obviously, that we are seeing here in the EA Sports FC25 Creators Cup presented by PlayStation Tournaments, is that a lot of them are pretty good at this game. Whether it's just smashing out rank ones at home on FUT Champions, or having a bit of experience in the pro scene, which Fabian has had. One more pass. She is enjoying herself on the main stage. Potentially could have been a penalty there for a split second. He didn't dive into the tackle of the defender. Hampton, Henry, and Mbappe trying to go for the 1-1.
And again, one thing that I love about Fabienne's gameplay at the moment, she's not skilling at all. She's just passing the ball, keeping it simple. And that's a Drogba cross? No. I would love to see if that Drogba item has that power header playstyle plus. Maybe a combination with aerial as well. Yeah, I think it was aerial plus and power shot plus as well. So you can see that pass coming into Thierry Henry. That's 4-0. That's 4-0 to Fabienne. It seems like she's enjoying the gameplay at the moment, because every time she finds that pass into Thierry Henry, the ball goes in. 4-0.
Well, she was described as one of the best women in the FC25 space. She has played in pro qualifiers. She actually made history to be one of the first women to compete in a licensed EA Sports FC qualifier a few years back now. She has been paving the way for so many to come through, and she leads 4-0 in this one. I think we are on for a reset in game 3. We might be on for a game 3 reset here. Finesse! That's not timed green. But Teka Foot has really solidified her position in this team.
Especially coming in from Brazil. She doesn't have the chance to play that many tournaments, but I feel like when she's able to be on the spotlight, she performs well, because as you can see, that's passing to Cruyff. Cruyff loses the possession of the ball, but I feel like Teka has probably been one of the MVPs of the tournament so far.
Another player as well, equally to the point I made about Fabian, that has done such a good job for women in this scene of just paving the way. I mean, look, she signed for Astralis. If you know your esports stuff, when they were in the FC space, I think her teammate was August Rosemeyer, which isn't bad going. No. Teammates with a former world champion. Chance for Churi, can't just find a way through.
Look at this counter-attack. You can see McAllister just controlling the ball. Passing to Alexia Putellas.
Goes all the way through. Cheeky chip over the top. Is it going to go in?
No! You can see the reaction from Teka. She's enjoying the match. She's having fun, and that's the whole point of this Creators Cup tournament. Just having fun playing on the biggest stage.
I'm sure it is a bit more fun when you're 2-0 up, though, isn't it?
It is, definitely.
But she would have had pressure coming into this game, because she had to win. She wanted to keep the chance of Brazil going back-to-back champions again. She would have had to really win this game, and at the moment she is beaten on fine form. She gets one more goal now. We will be going to a game 3, I can assure you. But will we see a repeat? That is the question, Gravison. So much can change in 10 minutes, let alone 30 minutes of real-life time when you play another game of FC 25. We see it so many times, results being traded and different results happening. What was learnt in that first game? What didn't go well? Could be a big chance. That could fall kindly. Churi gets this. We're on for it all.
Oh.
A really exciting last few minutes. Is he past that? Because I don't know how on earth that... If that's a shot, I've got no idea how that's gone for a throw-in.
I think he went for a shot, but...
Maybe just skipped the button by accident.
The precision shooting, probably. Which is not easy at all to do, especially for the content creators who are not used to using that setting at home.
Final 20 minutes. Pause coming in from Churi as he looks to try and claw her way back in this game, but Tekafoot is balling at the moment. She is skilling. It's Joga Benito from the Brazilian. How about getting a third? McAllister went for the fake shot.
That could have been the goal of the day so far. Had everything. But it had showboating, which is the thing that I love the most. There is something about Brazil, those 2v2 tournaments. Back in 2023, winning 2v2 World Championships. Last year, Creators Cup with another title. And today, they have the chance to add another international trophy.
Just having a look as well in the previous matches that Tekafoot has played and the results that she has had. She's actually not conceded a goal in her last 2 games. She won 9-0 earlier today.
9-0. Wow.
She won 1-0 in her game earlier today against Brack. So currently, with these 2 goals that I'm looking at as well, that's 12 goals scored, 0 conceded, and we're nearly playing 3 games of FC here.
I might just leave this booth and just ask her how to defend. Because, wow, 3 games, no goals conceded.
Incredible in terms of the defensive quality she's been able to show. Long ball over the top, does go all the way to Martinez.
And this could be the last chance. I'm
just looking even further here, Gravison, at the results.
Yep.
You are right, Tekafoot has not lost a single game. She beat Fabian 3-2 in the group stages. She won 6-0 against Churi. So Churi's thinking, can I score a goal, please, against Tekafoot? That's 8 goals scored against me, and I've not won a single game. Is she on for another one?
And as you mentioned, then the last chance to qualify.
She has scored 21 goals, conceded 2. Since being here.
From 1 player only, and that's Fabienne. She's playing at the other semi-final at the moment, and she was leading 4-0, but it's... I'm not sure if I want to...
I don't know if we want to check in. Yeah. Do we want to check in?
Especially for Drogba's...
You know what, Grav, let's check in.
Let's check in. Let's see how it goes.
Let's see what the situation over there for Drogba, who has been full of energy here at the EA Sports FC 25 Creators Cup, presented by PlayStation Tournaments. Last chance. Rodri. Where are you going with that one? I'm glad they can see the humour in it, because it was not a good finish at all. Right, can we jump across if we can? We are going to a game 3 in this first semi-final, which will mean Bordeaux versus Karim. Over here, it looks like the same scenario, Gravison, unfortunately for Drogba. He's not been able to pick up a result as of yet here in the Creators Cup. Fabian, though, who has been the only person to really challenge Tekafoot here in Madrid. Oh, I'm a fan.
I'm a big fan. And it seems like this is a big mistake. Thierry Henry to make it 7-0 for Fabienne. And one thing about Fabienne, with the results she's been having yesterday and today, she won't stop with 7-0. She'll probably go for that 10-0 situation.
Well, they did top the group, Team Fabian, yesterday. They were really, really impressive. They came in today to play against Team AJ3. They won both of those games in a 2-0. It was the only game in the quarterfinals that didn't go to a third game. The German duo made it quite easy by their own standards getting to this stage. We can confirm we're going to a game 3. It is all on the competitors again. It's all on the PlayStation tournament winners to do enough to send their team through to the grand final. Is Charanjot going to get another result over Kamal? Is Karim going to get another result over Baldo? Or will there be a chance to get a bit of revenge? Drogba, please just score, Drogba.
No.
Please. Go on.
Drogba.
Oh.
No.
Come on, Drogba. We might see Drogba score one in the final, maybe.
maybe, just maybe.
Pele. Into Henry. That's a case of just letting the time
bicycle
tick down
kick.
Now. Oh my. Virgil van Dijk on a bicycle kick there.
This is FC 25. Anything can happen. Oh, that's a beautiful roulette. Technical dribbling. Oh. That's some beautiful FC 25 we're seeing right there.
Oh, I don't know what happened there. Henry off the ball. It's just barged over William Saliba.
Tactical fault coming in from Thierry Henry, who might be not happy with the way Drogba is playing at the moment. 7-0.
Is there an 8? You're just seeing on display how talented Fabian is in terms of the mechanical side of this game, Gravison. How hard is it to just master those skill moves and just to get the timing of them right, really?
It's really, really, really difficult. As Thierry runs through, this could be the chance.
Go on, Drogba. Ah! Give it to Drogba is what I say.
Give it to Drogba, power shot.
Drogba doesn't miss those.
That's an easy goal. Or even to Santi Cazorla.
Yeah.
99 shooting, Santi Cazorla.
Are we on for an 8th? Henry round the goalkeeper.
She went for a pass. She's showboating at the moment.
Go on, Drogba.
No. Another chance. Comes into Cruyff, and this could be it.
Is this the chance for Drogba? Go on, Drogba. Drogba. Still Drogba. Didier Drogba.
Ah!
Fabian saying no, I want a clean sheet, and I don't blame her. Any time of 2 minutes, she might get an 8th on the way. Henry just driving through everybody in the way. That could be a red card. And it just gets worse, unfortunately. Well, he's enjoying himself. That's the main thing. And we will be going to a third and final match-up here as well.
And this could be Iker Casillas to save that last free kick. Team Fabian resets this best-of-3 match. And now Kamal against Charanjot for a spot in the final.
Yeah, absolutely. It changes, isn't it? You pass the baton once again to your teammate. Thumbs up between the two of them. I mean, look, if I've just lost 7-0, I wouldn't be very happy. But Drogba is loving it. I can't blame him. He's been brilliant here, alongside so many of our teams here at the EA Sports FC 25 Creators Cup here. Remember, today, the winners will get €2,500 and tickets for the Champions League final this year in Munich for them and a +1. We're still hoping we are the +1. Probably won't be, but we can hope, can't we?
I mean, I'm going to ask Karim, just Karim. because if he's able to just win this match and then make it to the final and then win the final, I'm sure we can understand each other. He speaks Spanish. I speak some Italian as well.
Speak a bit of Italian, do you?
No, not really. But we can figure something out for sure. So we can see this semi-final 1 from Tekafoot against Turi. Tekafoot, you mentioned, she didn't drop a point, and she's not losing matches in the bracket as well.
Both of them brilliant, Gravison, wasn't it? Tekafoot so close there to the final of the third late on. That was the reaction there of the the chip. They knew how close it was to go into the back of the net. What I appreciate more, though, is Baldo. It's not smart for him at all, because he knows that he's still got his job to do.
All business, especially when you lose the first match and obviously Teka goes and grabs a win. I feel like you're in a situation in which you're a PlayStation winner in your country. You did lose your match, you let down your teammate a bit. That's all business. You're not laughing.
Yeah.
Because you gotta go to that third match, grab a win, and grab a spot for the final.
Keep in mind as well, those players that are teaming up with our captains here, they've all won PlayStation tournaments, which you can sign up to at home now. If you go on your console, go on to the EAFC 25 play menu, go all the way across the PlayStation tournaments. You can sign up with a click of a button. These are free tournaments to play, and you can basically compete for FC points, cash prizes. This tournament here, the Content Creators Cup, I don't know where it will be next year, so don't quote me on that yet. But when it does happen, you can sign up. 12 different teams here, Gravison, from 12 different nations all around the world. Hundreds of thousands of people signed up to get here.
Yeah, of course. I mean, not only the chance to compete here, because that happens just once a year when you're playing those qualifiers, but, for example, you have that Diego Armando Maradona evolution, and you don't want to spend that 500,000 coins. So maybe you can jump onto that PlayStation tournament, you can grab that win, and with those FC points, you can pay for that evolution. So there's much you can do.
There is as well, and if you are trying to get your hands on a Champions League ticket, there are more PlayStation tournaments coming up very soon, which could feature a chance to go to Munich on an all-paid trip to one of the biggest finals of the year. We are waiting to jump into our last games here. The headline news is our semi-finals are going to a third round matchup. I mean, look, we knew it was going to be competitive here, Gravison, and it's delivered.
It has delivered. I mean, I'm looking over here at
game code sent
with Karim is back, who's just joining that match. So I would say just in a few seconds, maybe a minute, we're going to be just watching that match.
Do you think we see the same result, or do you see a difference there?
I know I predicted Team Teka to win it all, but I feel like Karim Isbak is way too strong at the moment.
Yep.
Do you think the same?
Well, I actually back the Brazilians as well, so we're in a bit of an awkward position here, me and you. So I just thought that the level that we saw from Karim, part of Team Turi in that first game, was just levels above Baldo, and he has to come back and really showcase what he can do here. He has to score first. He has to make it difficult if there's a chance that we could be seeing Brazil go back-to-back as champions here of the Esports FC25 Creators Cup, presented by PlayStation Tournaments on PS5. We are back underway. An early goal would be huge. Team Tekafoot with that first chance of the game. Henry, nice fake shot. Fakes the finesse. It was time green. That would have caused problems. He might get another chance at it now. Can angle up a shot. Wins a corner.
Nice defense by Maicon. Now he's able to grab that counter-attack, which could be dangerous because Hansen is through. Look at Titi Henry. Oh, thought that pass was coming in.
Can he score in his first attack, Karim? He's offside.
Offside.
And possession will change hands.
As you can see now, feel like we've seen a change of formations because Karim Isbak is rocking still that 4-2-1-3. But I feel like if we just take a look at the screen, I'll probably say...
What is the go-to formation at the moment? Because I'm a 4-4-2 man at heart, but I don't think that's the meta way to play, so to speak.
You could play the 4-4-2, but just in certain situations. I feel like he's probably playing 4-4-1-1, and this could work out well. Ah, Titi Henry with a chance to make it 1-0. Corner.
That one played short to the box. McAllister. Is Cruyff onside? Player lock. Links it back in. This is brilliant FC. didn't need to go back inside. He could have just rolled the ball across his body and had a shot on goal.
I feel like Baldo has changed formations probably to 4-4-1-1. Maybe he's still playing that 4-4-2, but maybe with the CDMs still, because he's been defended much better throughout those first 30 minutes, and he's pressing well at the moment. I feel like Baldo has a chip over his shoulder, and this is a chance for him to prove that he can make it into the final.
What a chance this could be. Bundled off the ball there, William Saliba taking no prisoners. Keep an eye on that run there. Just try to manually track it with Mike on. It's the Brazilian against the Brazilian, but it's Vinicius that might just have the legs to pull away.
Oh.
I have to say, though, first 20 minutes, Gravison, we're seeing a much better performance here from Baldo.
Yeah, definitely. The change of formation, the way he's pressing with the midfielders now, I feel like that 4-4-1-1 is working out much better for him. I feel like he was playing with probably 70 depth. He's probably changed with the way we're seeing those offside traps. I feel like probably now it's 95 or around something like that. And
also saw a few times there, just an offside trap played, which is worked wonders to stop Karim, but can it stop him this time? Play a lot, one more pass, should be an opening goal. And for the 21 minutes, give him the fist bump. Give him the fist bump. You missed that off camera, there you go. Give him the fist bump. After 21 minutes of pressure, unfortunately, it's not going to come to anything because Karim is back in front.
And that's a way to use the player lock. The way it was a 3v3 situation, but Henry was making an undesirable run. So you activate the player lock, you switch with the right stick switch, and you just take a few steps back, so you open up the space, and then you decide maybe go for a shot, another pass into Hansen. He decided to go for that second option, and Hansen makes it 1-0 to Team Turi, to Team Italy, to Karim is back.
We have just kicked off our other game as well. I can see across the stage, it's Charanjot back on the sticks, taking on Kamau. Again, you are looking for two results to swing the other way. As both of these semi-finals are in a third and final matchup.
I feel like Karim is just comfortably defending at the moment. And when he has a chance to attack, he scores. Every single time he goes forward, he scores. So now he's not in a hurry. He's able to just keep the ball for a while. But that's a...
Is it a lack of confidence in the final third, or is it just really good defending?
I'd say both things, probably. I mean, he's defending well, Karim. He's being aggressive at the moment with the depth as well. But I feel like at the moment, Baldo had a few chances to probably go for, I don't know, a more straight version of the attack. And as you mentioned before, he just closed himself the angle with, for example, that chance by Titi Henry.
Speaking of Thierry Henry, finesse! Oh, wow! You called his name, Gravison, and he listened.
Titi Henry.
And I think Karim even enjoyed that one as well. On the finesse, time green, edge of the box. Thank you very much. We'll take a 2-0 lead.
That's probably the main reason why we're not seeing R9 on those started teams, because that finesse plus for Thierry Henry is just too good. Open up the space, work the angle with a ball roll, and then it was just a great time finishing to make it 2-0. Karim Isbak is just too strong at the moment.
You're up against a player who, as we said days ago, was playing in the Lega E-Serie A, a professional Esports league, of course, connected to the Football League in Italy. And he has been flawless in that league. He's coming in and he's been gifted the chance to use any player he can, as that one just goes off the bar. What a chance that was for Baldo. You're basically giving a player, Gravison, who's already unbelievable at this game, all the tools he needs. Just have a new player. Build a team and have any player you want.
That's basically the main reason why he's going for those player locks, for those passes into Hansen. And now Bini Jr. again passes it to Thierry Henry. That's a dangerous situation for Baldo, who's not been able to defend it well consistently, we could say.
Done a great job, hasn't he, Karim, of getting in that area, looking for the player lock and then just causing ultimate confusion.
Theo Hernandez, come on. Is there a way to just dribbled that man.
He might be the most consistent player on FC 25 this year. There's a reason why his gold item kept his price for so long.
That's probably offside.
Brilliant switch of play, just offside.
I think it's the only player on the pitch who only has just one playstyle plus, and that's Bruiser. And it doesn't matter because he's just too fast, too strong. He's just too good. You can see how Theo, the main man again, defends well that situation.
Last 2 minutes. There has been a goal in the other game. We'll go to when we can. Drogba
He has to score in this one.
against Fabian. Will he get a goal before half-time? Added time of 1 minute. Omri into Hansen. No. There has been chances, Gravison. There has been moments. But he's just been lacking those finer details.
Nah. I feel like he's overthinking it a bit too much on that final third, because he has had a couple of chances to get into the box, but when he's there, you gotta be much quicker than he is at the moment. So 2-0 for Karim is back, and as we just jump onto this other match, Team Fabian against Team Drogba, and as we can see,
It's a bit of a different result, isn't it?
Kamal is leading the game, 2-0.
He lost 5 goals to 2.
Okay.
Oh, we have got a controller issue.
Controller issue.
And thankfully, Charanjot is a great sport there to ensure he can get his controller reconnected.
Yeah, that's probably the USB disconnected. But again, great sportsmanship coming in from Charanjot, especially losing the game 2-0.
He's giving the ball back as well. Great to see. "30 minutes left here. This is the potential ultimate decider. The goal before half-time will be big for Charanjot. He was, in fact, one of the first Indian players to represent his country at the highest stage. As an FC Pro player, he is really sort of flown the flag for India in the football esports world. This is brilliant build-up. Speaking of Teo Hernandez, who is bruiser plus play style, down the byline towards the back post. That is why he is one of the most important players on the pitch.
And this is probably my favorite goal of the tournament so far. The way he reached that situation, just went for a cross, and Rodrigo with that beautiful header. The vertical jump was just too much, and Rodrigo scores to make it 3-0 for Team Fabian, to make it 3-0 for Kamal.
Rodrigo as well. What is it, fantasy item that comes into this team? I mean, look, there's many right-wing options out there. Hansen, Salah, Rodrigo.
That 94 rated Rodrigo has to be so good at finishing. And even, I'll probably say, the physical stats are not as high as they could be, but still, he's winning those vertical exchanges as well.
We have had a goal in the other game, Gravison. Let's jump back across if we can. That's in the second half now. Last time we left it, Karim was fully in control. He was 2-0 up at half-time. Let's go and see what the scenario is. Trivela.
Not with time.
Matched up there by Casillas. Well, let's jump over. There has been a goal back. Big goal for Bordeaux. It came just 2 minutes ago in game.
Now Baldo has a chance to make it 2-2.
Or Karim has got an even bigger chance to add another one. This was the difference in the last time we saw them play, Grabs, and it was always the case that Karim was just always had a two-goal cushion. He always was in the position where Baldo was chasing.
And he could be through. Oh, Thierry Henry. Whoa. Those are the centre-backs you want in your team.
It's the perfect matchup, isn't it, them two? Vinicius Henry, quick player locks. There's Henry.
Nice goalkeeper movement by Baldo. I feel like he has to be much more direct, especially with the midfielders, because he's just lacking a bit of verticality those parts of the pitch. I feel like when he gets the ball to De Jong, to Rodri, he has to trigger those runs with the wingers and just decide to attack, because I feel like the way he's attacking, just maintaining possession, not working out well for him.
Pause coming in now from Karim. His teammate and captain's been quite enjoying his time here in Zurich.
This could be good. Yeah, he's through.
Big chance. Are we in for an equaliser? Yes! We've got a serious game on our hands. If there's a time to take a pause and have a break, it's now.
It is now. Thierry Henry, the MVP of the tournament, with 1 goal scored for each player. As you can see now, with the way they're making some tactical adjustments, which we're not going to mention because they can hear us, but 2-2, 18 minutes left to play. And it feels like Karim Isbak has just lost a bit of the control he had over the game.
Potentially in both the games, we are seeing like a reverse sweep happen, so to speak, where we've gone to a third game, because the match he's looking at now with the first matchup in the series, Karim was able to beat Baldo. He needed Tekafut to then go and beat Turin to then make this game happen. And in the other game, we're seeing Kamau of Team Fabian being challenger.
And he's through. Is he offside? No. Baldo is able to keep the ball. He goes for a counter-attack. That's a big mistake. Karim is back. No, he's not able to.
Well, whilst we've got a minute, let's jump back across if we can to the other game. Ten minutes left in this one. But I believe we are slightly more in front of this one. We'll stay with it because there's only 10 minutes left, in fact. And this could be a match winner on Grav.
This could be the one. Nice defending by Team of the Year Saliba, but I feel like every single time he's attacking with a Theo Hernandez item, Karim Isbak is able to counter-attack with a 4-2-1-3. But Baldo is able to just keep the ball. Frankie de Jong.
Frankie de Jong on Frankie de Jong. And it looks like the momentum has just shifted towards the Brazilian Baldo now. It looks so much more confident in these areas, just snatching the ball about Vinicius Junior! From 2-0 down! He's 3-2 up and he could be on his way to a grand final.
Wow. I don't think any of us expected this comeback with the way the match started. Baldo did have a couple of chances at the start of the game, but he didn't score, conceded 2 goals, and it felt like for, I don't know, 15 to 20 minutes, Team Italy, Karim Isbak, was in the final in all of our heads, but
the turnaround is ridiculous.
2-3. And
From 2-0 down, I mean, you've been in those situations before, Gravis, and you're 2-0 down. You're playing against someone you've already lost to about 45 minutes ago. You've got to play them again in a deciding game. You're 2-0 down. How on earth, in the mental side of it, you're trying to get yourself back in the mood and in the groove to try and win a game?
You got to start with a tactical adjustment, which is what Baldo did, change to the 4-4-1-1. He started pressing with those midfielders. And then, when you see some changes happening in the...
Oh, no. Grim! Well, let's just hold that thought for a second. Team of the year. Sophia Wilson might be taking us into extra time. This might be the semi-final of semi-finals.
Wow. That's 3-3. That's 3 passes and 3 attacks as well. That's probably Karim is back changing the formation because he was playing an all-attack 4-2-4, which he won't be using anymore. You can see Turi is enjoying himself.
I think he knows where the camera is, doesn't he?
Yeah. They both know.
Do what he can to get his teammate in the best mood possible. He's got all the stress and pressure on his shoulders. Let's jump back into it then, Gravis. And are we going to find one more goal in normal time? Or will we need extra time in the semi-final here?
Bro, we have a problem. Okay, no.
Just teasing the admins now as well, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Oh, but it's okay now, right?
As you can see, that's an offside. And that's probably going to be the last attack of the game for Team Italy, for Team Turi, for Karim is back. He's going to be just keeping the ball for a while.
How do you play out this last attack situation then?
You got to just...
Wait until the added time comes in, or...?
Probably just keep the ball for a minute, pass it into a fullback, and then when you know the time, you go forward. But Karim has decided to attack early, and that's why he loses possession of the ball.
Surely not. This would be late drama for the Italian duo. Extra time on the cards. 3-3 all square. This is far from over.
You were asking for some penalties. And we have 30 minutes to see if Brandon's wishes come through.
Some penalties would be nice. I mean, look, he'll be happy that his teammate is on the penalties this time, because Churi was involved in a 12-11 penalty shootout against Mr. Dunn earlier today. So
he's a master.
Yeah, I think if anything, he can coach him through the penalties and all the pressure that he'll be feeling.
El maestro. As the extra time starts. 3-3, 30 minutes left to play. And a spot for the final at stake.
Well, I'm hearing in my ear, in the other game, Gravis said it's 5-1 to Fabian. Team Fabian against Team Drogbaba, which means that Kamal is 5-1 up against Charanjot. Not sure what the minute is, but we could be looking at Team Fabian going into a grand final. We could also be seeing a great little piece of goalkeeper movement there to stop the Italian team taking a 4-3 lead. Cruyff. It's always dangerous when you give the ball into Sophia Wilson when she can just drive.
Feels like the momentum of the game shifted again. Because Karim is back. Controlling the game, controlling the way he's pressing with the centre-backs. I don't feel like Baldo is comfortable at the moment. Not at all. But still, with the way Karim is attacking and defending, any of those balls could come through and make Baldo win the game.
Right, I'm jumping over here because we need to see a closing stage. I don't know what... Oh, my. I don't know what has happened on the side of Drogbaba, but unfortunately they are going to fall out the tournament. They've had an unbelievable run here in the EA Sports FC 25 Creators Cup presented by PlayStation Tournaments. But it is going to be The German duo, Fabian, going through with her teammate of Kamal. 4-time result there. What a brilliant series that was. It went to a third and final game. They are in this year's grand final. And unfortunately, Drogba didn't score a goal.
Fortunately. Commiserations to Team Drogba because they played amazingly, especially Charanjot. I feel like he represented well the spirit of the competition, having fun, scoring goals, trying to bring it all to the table, but Drogba wasn't able to win this match, and unfortunately, they are out of the competition in semi-finals.
Commiserations indeed. We do know one of our grand finalists, though. Team Fabian will be there. Their first time in this year's EA Sports FC 25 Creators Cup. And they've had an unbelievable run there, especially off the back. I mean, Kamal lost his first game. He lost his opening game to Charanjot, 5-2. Then to go and beat him with that fashion, that result, 5-1. What a turnaround.
What a turnaround indeed. This could happen as well in the other semi-final, because as we just approach the last 15 minutes of this third leg, we could see Baldo making a comeback as well.
We could also be in for an all-women's final, which would be incredible to see. Tana Bonmati, Vinicius, involved in this attack as they build up.
That's a good tactical fault coming in from Baldo. And what a final it could be. Team Tekafut against Team Fabian. With arguably the best content creator players, apart from Mr. Done.
I think that was the perfect example of a tactical foul there, Gravison.
Yes, it was.
Just pulled the player down from the back of the shirt. Sophia Wilson, look at the pace, big chance for Karim! Is that enough to send him into a grand final here in Madrid? You can see exactly what it means to them both. They've had quite the weekend.
One thing that I want to try is just get back home, get into a food market, make a bid for that Sophia Wilson item. Wow, that's some pace right there.
She's the perfect example of a player. I mean, first, if you've got the coins to buy her.
I do.
You're playing in champs, let's say, at the weekend. About 70th minute, players are starting to tire. You bring her on, changes the game.
Everything.
I mean, you can start her, but if you've got other options as well, what a super sub.
I mean, it was the 85th minute of the game. Karim's back was out of the competition. Paused the game, Sophia Wilson on, equalized, and now it's just one goal ahead, so you gotta have the coins, but she's amazing.
Just to say as well, they have not had it their way at all, Team Jury. They played in the last chance bracket, the lower bracket earlier today at 10:45 a.m. They were here, what, come on, to nearly 5 hours ago now to get their opening game. Then they played a quarter-final, which had them. Oh, we're not.
Oh, what a save!
So we're not done there yet. Then they were the only team in the quarterfinals to play Mr. Dunn. They might not be through yet, but they are hanging on. 5.5 in-game minutes left for Team Tekafut to take this to penalties. Great tackle again there for William Saliba, and it's a case of game management now. He's been to these moments, he's been to tournaments outside of this one. Just to have the mentality, Gravison, of how do you manage these last 4.5 in-game minutes?
Feel like you gotta keep the ball for a while, but you gotta keep the ball in the last third of the pitch. So because if you just keep the ball in here, a weird pass could come through, and Van Dijk is gonna win that header, and he has one more chance to attack. That's a big stake coming in from Karim.
This is it. Score, we go to penalties, lose, and unfortunately it's a semi-final exit. And there will not be a Brazilian team lifting the trophy this year, or is there penalties? There will be! We're going to penalties!
we are going to penalties. Brandon, you asked for it.
I did ask.
They delivered. What a beautiful pass coming in from Maradona. As we see the replay from Thierry Henry smashing that ball in. And Brandon, we do have penalties.
Here we go then. Penalty shootout. Brazil are desperate to hold their crown of the Creators' Cup trophy. What a game, what a semi-final. And who's up first? Right, Baldo's up first. Team Tekka Foot from the spot. McAllister steps up, does score. It's a perfect start from the Brazilian duo. Now it's over to Caroline Graham-Hansen to make it 1 from 1. Yes.
And now it's Baldo with Maradona. He had just the perfect assist a few minutes ago. Now scores to make it 2-1 to Team Tekka Foot. And now Karim is back with the pressure to equalize this game. Yes, he goes to the left, scores.
Keeper went the right way once or twice there, but just couldn't get the save. Back to you, Baldo, now. Thierry Henry, Team of the Year. Being consistent as always. The super sub of dreams. Sophia Wilson misses.
Oh. And now Team Tekka could have the chance to go and make it 4-2. Karim is back, has to score to be alive in the Creators' Cup competition. Pini is able to just score, make it 4-3.
Just score. All you got to do is score, Baldo. And Team Tekka Foot go to a grand final to take on Team Fabian. Upsteps Vinicius Jr. does score! And from 12 teams, we have our final 2. What a semi-final here in Madrid. Commiserations to the Italian duo. A third game, Graveson's giving it a round of applause, because he deserves it. That was a really, really entertaining watch. It gave us everything.
It had everything. It had it all, really. I mean, we did have an equalizer in the 87th minute, I think it was. We had an equalizer in the last kick of the game. We had penalties. We had a comeback from Team Brazil, from Baldo. We had everything. It was just the perfect FC match.
And both the semi-finals went to a third game as well. I know we saw more of that one, but I mean, look, they were incredible. What a game it was. But it's flipped. The script was flipped. The team that won their opening game in the player-per-player game, it completely flipped on its head. We went into a round 3 on both of them. These are the highlights from the game you just saw. Look, at one point we're sitting here and we're thinking, Karim, he's in control of this again. He's 2-0 up early doors. Baldo said, no, I'm going to get back into this one, which he did. And he just kept running away, but he never gave up.
It looked like it. Like, so you can see that finesse from Thierry Henry. Green goes in, 30 minutes, and it felt like in a way Karim was in the final.
Yeah.
Because the way he was scoring goals, the way he was defending, the way he was controlling the game, it was all the smiles from Team Italy. But as you mentioned before, Baldo kept the composure. He did have a few tactical adjustments. And they work out well, because that 4-4-1-1 worked perfectly with that beautiful last goal from Thierry Henry to make it 2-2. But it wasn't done yet, because we did have 2 more goals those first 90 minutes.
Yeah, we weren't done there yet. What, 6 minutes left on the clock. This happens from Team Tekka Foot and Baldo. Brilliant goal. But then look, we blink for a second and he goes straight down the other end, Karim, and bags an even bigger goal. Look at this.
As you can see now, that speed boost by Sophia Wilson to make it 3-3. And that was it for the first 90 minutes. But then
Sophia Wilson again, Graveston comes through. Look at that speed boost. Look at the pace from the American striker. 9 minutes left on the clock at that point. We think we're done. They think they're on their way to a grand final. But no, there was another twist to the tail.
Wow, Diego Armando Maradona, we just mentioned him 15 minutes ago, that evolution with that beautiful first-time pass, and then penalties came in. Team Tekka Foot to make it 5-3 to make it into the finals. And they're cool, calm, collected, because they know the job is not done.
Absolutely.
1 match left.
What a story as well. The only 2 teams here that had women representation are both in the grand final this year. And both of those captains, those creators, have been a massive part of it as well. They've been picking up sometimes the bigger results throughout these last 2 days. There is a world that Brazil could go and win this Creators Cup again. Not in Manchester this time, but in Madrid. We're going to have a quick breather because that was some crazy semi-finals. But for now, it's back to Rachel and Ian.
Thank you very much, guys. It's poetic, isn't it? Here in Madrid, a grand final captained by 2 women on International Women's Day. We, of course, have Team Tekkerfoot versus Team Fabian still to come. We will crown our winner. But for now, let's have a chat with Team Tekkerfoot, Rach. This is exciting.
Oh, this is amazing. This is exactly what I see from a women's perspective as well. Tekkerfoot, I'm going to come to you first. Ian just mentioned International Women's Day, and you have put women in EAFC 25 on the map right now, going up again against Fabian. You were in her group as well. Tell us what happened in the group when you had to play Team Fabian earlier on, yesterday.
The first thing I will be say, for me, it's fantastic playing one final. And another woman. Yesterday, I played against Fabian, and I won the game. But we need. We don't have.
It's another game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Another game, another chance.
Game,
Anything
yes,
can happen always.
Another moment, and I will be me and Baldo win the game.
Oh, I like the confidence. I love the confidence. And Baldo, speaking of confidence, on that match 3 there, you had a different level of confidence on your side in comparison to the first match. And then, you know, we're all sitting here watching along, hearts pounding with penalties. How was the experience for you?
I think I played really well, so I think I deserved the win without penalties. So I think I stayed calm all the games. So I should stay calm in the penalties, you know. So I stay my mind on focus. So I have to win.
Yes.
Tekkerfoot, I'm going to come back to you because Brazil won the Creators Cup final last year. You're in with a chance at retaining this title. What's in the water over at Brazil? Why are you guys so good?
I think Brazil is the country of the soccer, and maybe this. But we have some players good in esports. I understand this is the best point for the Brazilian.
Exactly.
One thing that we always get with Brazilian sports fans, and I've been to, you know, sporting events in Brazil, you get a lot of, you know, passion. And I'm sure that you two would love to take your passion of football to the Champions League final in Germany. Baldo, how much are you thinking about those tickets?
I really want to go to the Champions League finals, maybe see Real Madrid and Barcelona, that I think it will be the final. So I hope that we will win the game.
Well, one more match stands between you guys and potentially getting your hands on those 2 tickets. You are our grand finalists today. That grand final is coming your way after the break. But after the break, we'll also get to hear as well from our other team who the Brazilians will be facing, and it's Team Germany.
You might be wondering why you are here.
You have been selected for the Munich operation.
With the start of the UEFA Champions League, PlayStation celebrates the UEFA Champions League Challenge. I have gathered some of the best EFC players for this mission, but I'm missing one final member.
This is where you come into play. Your mission is to find the last member of our team.
This challenge is one EFC tournament on PlayStation that consists of a series of elimination rounds.
And it's loaded with prizes.
Where do I sign up for the tournament?
To register, you just need to go to the EFC 25 Game Hub, and you will find the UEFA Champions League Challenge tournament card. Easy.
And what do we gain from all this?
There are many prizes, FC points, cash, and even a trip to the UEFA Champions League final in Munich. The tournaments will be available every week. There is a UEFA Champions League match from Monday to Sunday.
You can play without any limits every hour.
Meaning that if you lose, you can still have a chance to qualify. This is all you need to know. Now it's your turn to find the person that I need to complete the team.
PlayStation.
Well, welcome back then to the EA Sports FC 25 Creators Cup final presented by PlayStation Tournaments. Before the break, we saw our semi-finals and we now know our two grand finalists. We've got Team Teca Futter from Brazil and Team Fabian from Germany.
I'm going to give you a round of applause.
We're not quite there yet, though. I feel like we're prematurely having. Let's carry on anyway.
Yeah.
Fabs Kamal, congratulations. You're one step away from this title. Fabian, I asked Teca Futter this as well. The fact that it's International Women's Day and we have two women captains in this grand final. We couldn't have written a better script here. We know what happened in the group stages. She got the better of you. That's not going to happen again, is it?
No, it's not going to happen.
No? Tell us why.
No, I think in the group stage it was a 50-50 game. And I wasn't really lucky, but yeah, we will see. I think it's a 50-50 game again, and the better one will win.
You've not been conceding any goals, really, either, have you?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident. I mean, the last few games were all good for us, and yeah.
Ian, ice cold over here.
I love it. I mean, the Brazilians are feeling pretty confident as well, but I'll get onto them shortly. Kamal, welcome to the show. Can congrats on a big win in the semi-finals there. Let's initially talk about, in fact, let's forget about match one. Match one wasn't great from you. Match 3, you were a different beast. What changed for you?
Actually, my hands were warm then. First game I complained about my hands were very cold.
Yeah.
And then while Fabian played, I put my hands like this, and then my hands were warm, and then I won.
So you got nice and sweaty palms now, ready for the grand final. Good.
Whose idea was that to do that? Was that Fab's?
Yeah.
Was she saying,
actually,
heat up your hands here? Yeah.
Oh, very good.
Actually, I'm doing this every week when I play in the virtual Bundesliga, but it was her idea.
She reminded you. You just
Yeah.
forgot. In the moment, it's a big moment here.
High
Creators Cup
pressure,
final.
high
It's a big
stakes.
moment. Both of you, actually, when you looked at where the Champions League final was going to take place this year, in your country as well, in Munich, this maybe makes this prize even more special if you were to win it, hey?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I think it's like 2 hours from my home.
Is it?
Yeah. So it would be perfect. Sadly, my team isn't there anymore, but I think I would still enjoy it. And yeah, I never went to a Champions League final, so it would be insane.
Oh, it's making me get goosebumps just thinking about the possibility of you guys going to a home Champions League final as well.
Kamal, does that make you a little bit more nervous, knowing that there's tickets up for grabs?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
I never went to a Champions League final before. It's quite far from me. I like 7 hours with the train, but actually I can't say this in this stadium, but I'm fan from Madrid, but from the other ones, but I can't say it so loud.
Hang on, Ian, 7 hours. Brazilians, if they win, they're going to fly across the world, so 7 hours isn't too bad.
Well, don't worry. Listen, you've given a shout out to Real Madrid, but let's talk about the stadium that we're all in right now. Atletico Madrid have won 11 La Liga titles in their time. And all of the players involved from the group stages onwards had the pleasure of being taken on a guided tour of the Riyadh Air Metropolitano Stadium earlier on.
Running like Usain Bolt, swimming if I can't float. With it, take the paper, rip it clean slate. Here we go, dropping like Geronimo, popping Tropicana flows, boats till we bubble up. Undercover, they don't know. Usain Bolt, running like Usain Bolt, running like Usain Bolt. Running like Usain Bolt, running like Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt. Running like Usain Bolt.
Well, it's grand final time here at the EA Sports FC 25 Creators Cup, presented by PlayStation Tournaments. Where was our invite to that stadium tour? I think we came a little bit too late yesterday, didn't we? We were too busy rehearsing for the show. They had a great time behind the scenes, where we are right now, of course, in the Riyadh Metropolitano Stadium, which once upon a time did host a Champions League final. This time it hosts the Creators Cup grand final. What a grand final we have in front of us, Gravison.
Wow, we have you mentioned it before when we weren't on stream, how we have now a match that's happened before in Group C.
The fact that we're both in the same group, out of all the 12 teams that have been around, they match up in the grand final. That's just the beauty of the lower bracket, isn't it? Team tops their group, goes into lower bracket, they're on opposite sides, and now they match up again for a rematch. That is our run to our grand final here in Madrid. Both on different sides, both had very different journeys. It was a penalty shootout win for Tekafut in that last game against the two Italians. What a semi-final that was. I'm so happy we saw it live on broadcast. And for Team Fabian, again, it needed a third matchup. It needed the third match in the series to turn the game on its head against Team Jobaba. Their player did the job. And the great example here is how good our PlayStation Tournament champions have been. Really good.
Not only the PlayStation champions, which have been amazing, but the content creators as well. Both Teka and Fabian have been amazing throughout the whole day. And I gotta ask you, predictions.
Look, I sat on that sofa, and you did as well, and we both actually said that I said that Brazil was going to go back-to-back, which is Team Tekafut. You said Team Tekafut's going to win, so one of us needs to sort of go the other way, so...
It's not going to be me.
OK, right, I'll go the other way then. I'll jump over to the German side now as we're loading in now for our grand final. The lobby is pretty much set up, ready to go. Let us know at home. We can see you in the Twitch and YouTube broadcast. Let us know who you think is going to come out on top and win this one. I think Team Baldo saying that he prefers playing on this side of the stage, potentially.
I'm not sure.
It's on the left side of... he's saying we're the home team. We're the home team, we're on the left. We should be sitting over here.
I'm not sure if they knew.
If you're not aware of the format of this competition, the winners of this game will get €2,500. They will be getting Champions League final tickets this year in Munich for both of them and a +1. There is also a €1,000 cash prize for second place here today, but forget that for now. There is Champions League tickets on the line, and you are playing in such a spectacle. What a place. We are just a few of the people, really, that are in this stadium right now.
Back a few years ago, we had a big La Liga tournament in here, which was amazing. So I'm sure all the competitors in here, I had the chance to speak to La Liga players a couple of years ago, and they were astonished at the chance of playing in here in this Metropolitano Stadium. I'm sure all the content creators and the PlayStation winners as well feel the same privilege to play in here, stadium in which a Champions League final was played a few years ago.
I think the last time I was here, I can remember Gravison, before that event in particular, it was actually quite cold.
It was cold.
So I'm really happy that we're not outside today, because we were outside those few years ago. It's nice to be inside, especially when it's raining at the moment in Spain. It's the few times I've been here and it's raining. When does the sun arrive?
When you leave?
Probably, yeah.
When you and Ian and Rachel go back to Britain, take the weather with you.
Yeah, we probably will, won't we? We'll get back to Britain and there'll be loads of rain coming our way. We are loading into this game now. Remember, it is PlayStation Tournament's winner against PlayStation Tournament's winner first, and then it's time for the team captains to come on in game 2. If there is a world where we need a third game, it will then go back to this first matchup again, which has happened for both of these two. They actually lost their opening game in the semi-finals and had a second bite at it in round 3 to ensure they could turn it round. They're just rejoining that game lobby now.
I'm sure they had the chance to make a couple of tactical adjustments to maybe players starting on the team, maybe tactics, maybe 4-4-1-1, 4-2-1-3. We never know, because Kamal was comfortable with a 4-4-1-1. He's comfortable with those counterattacks. But now he has a tough match to play against Baldo, player who's able to make a comeback against probably the MVP of the tournament, which was Karim, alongside Charon. But they are both out of the competition in semi-finals, and now we have the final kicking off.
Well, then here we go. We're jumping in to our grand final here in Madrid. They played in the group stage, you're right to say. It was actually a win for Team Fabian. It was Kamal that beat Baldo on 2 different occasions to ensure that they were able to top their group. They now match up again, though, but this time it's very different. It's in a grand final with all the prizes on it. And after our 12 different teams from all around the world have been battling out the last 2 days here in Madrid, we have found our 2 best. And all we can hope for, Gravison, is a really entertaining grand final.
Seems like it. As we see Bini with a chance to pass into Mbappe. Whoa! First chance of the game, saved by Yashin.
Just 6 minutes in, corner coming straight into the box, in the air, it's then saved again by Lev Yashin. And eventually dealt with, but 2 massive chances there and a great chance to counter-attack straight down the other end.
Look at Bini. She decided to go on her own. Now, this is probably the main thing we're gonna see throughout the whole match. Just Kamal going for counter-attacks. He doesn't care about build-up. He doesn't care about going for great chances. But that's completely different to what Baldo is trying to do, to just build up the game slowly, to try to find the opening to Thierry Henry and make it 1-0. So you can see that beautiful pass from Johan Cruyff. He did have a lucky rebound, but Thierry Henry makes it 1-0 to Team Brazil. Take a foot leads the game. That's Baldo, 1-0.
And that's how quickly the game can just shake as well, from two-time green shots that were blocked just moments before. Even more so in a grand final. If you don't take your chances, you will be punished, and we are seeing that. From Baldo, leading by a goal to nil. If you were in this tournament, Gravison, would that be your number 9? Hello. Oh! Or would that be your number 9 in Kylian Mbappe Team of the Year? One of the most expensive players on this game still. That was an instant response, wasn't it? We know the Trivella's dangerous if you can get it in the right area. I didn't expect to see it flying from that far out.
That's the main thing about the Playstyle Plus. Trivela, as you can see, he didn't need much, but when he opened up the angle, it was just a beautiful green time finesse, Trivela, sorry, by Mbappe. And I feel like this is the main thing we're going to see throughout this game 1 and, if needed, the game 3 as well. It's probably going to be Baldo just taking his chances, building up slowly, and maybe look for that opening pass to the striker. On the other side, Kamal, different game style and different game plan as well. Just try to counter-attack as quick as possible and try to catch Baldo.
This is so interesting as well, because both the players in these teams have been so competitive. They've not relied on one another to, you know, maybe one player win all their games and someone hasn't, I guess, sort of pulled their weight in the team and have dropped points and lacked big performances. They've both played so well throughout the group stage and into the knockouts. Yes, it's not always been perfect, but they've needed to step up. They have. Whether that's been Kamal or Baldo in a third final matchup, whether that's been the likes of Tekafut or Fabian when in important matches in the round 2 where they always stepped up in the group stages. Team Fabian looking for Mbappe again there for a second, but that time Team of the Virgil van Dijk in the right place at the right time. Cruyff. Henry very nearly able to turn away. It's a... I haven't seen Cruyff in all the teams here, Gravison. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's unbelievable.
I feel like Alexis is a much better choice, because with Cruyff you can use him as a cam, but you could probably use him as a striker as well. So that's probably why Baldo's using at the moment, because of the change, the formations he's been doing throughout the whole tournament. But then on the other side of the pitch you have Alexia, who's probably a better cam, but obviously you cannot use her as a striker if you change formations.
Cruyff, you already saw he was angling up there, a finesse on the first time that the ball came across his feet. Look who it is again. Mr. Reliable, Teo Hernandez. Mbappe looking for a second. Henry, can he angle up a shot? Fake shot inside. Brilliant build-up. Kamal went for the shot. You question if it was time green, would it have given it a better chance of going in? Regardless of it, it's a fantastic save and a chance to counter-attack down by the other end.
Look at Bini Jr.
He's running, he's got the legs on it.
Now he has the chance to go for a 2v3. Cruyff is still running.
As well, there's extra options. Did he play the one-more pass? He doesn't need off the post. Can he squeeze on the rebound?
Oh!
No! Just wide on the left-hand side.
One thing we learned from this attack is that Baldo can also counter-attack. That was a beautiful pass coming into Cruyff, and then he had the chance to maybe just go for a normal shot. He decided to go for a pass. It was a good chance.
Lovely
Another
step
one.
over exits. Just straight at Van der Sar, though. Corner play short. You don't want it to go to Virgil van Dijk on the floor. Or Cafu. Get it to an attacker. Get it to a forward. Cafu doing such a good job, though, just to delay the play and bring a few more players into this one, as Hansen maybe thought about the finesse from that far out. Eventually, possession goes all the way across to Vinicius. And he'll have a finesse that will still catch Van der Sar off guard. Didn't really look like that was on target, but It was looping.
And look at Hansen winning that exchange, but no, the ball gets back to Vini, and now this is a good counter-attack.
This is dangerous, especially with the amount of pace in this attack. Finesses Green! What a game we're seeing here, 42 minutes in, it's been end-to-end.
Now Jashin is able to get the ball, and now that's probably another counter-attack coming in from Baldo. Yeah, Thierry Henry wins the ball, and he's going to attack.
Cruyff.
Oh, Theo Hernandez. Incredible.
Wanted an option, went for Hansen. And that might do us here at half-time. If we can potentially see the half-time stats here, I would love to see the potential XG between the two of them.
That's going to be it. That's 1-1 the first half. Team Brazil, I think, has played better this first half, but the truth is, when Germany had the chance to go for that Trivela, he didn't second-guess himself. He went for it. He scored that equalizer. As you can see.
Well, I was going to say, in the first 10 minutes, Gravison, we could sit here and say that Kamau and Team Fabian were playing a lot better.
Yep.
But you're absolutely right. Ever since that, Tekafoot and Baldo have dominated the game.
Yeah, I feel like he was pressing well. He was counter-attacking, which he wasn't doing before. And he's looking for those passes because, as we know, Kamal is using that 95 depth. So you got to try to at least counter those offside traps. I feel like Baldo's defense has been really, really good throughout this whole first leg. Definitely better than what it was against Karim Isbak.
Vinicius trying to put Virgil van Dijk into a spin. Is he offside? He's back on Cruyff. Vinicius, that's a great little bit of trickery. There's been a few moments there where the ball's gone into Cruyff, and I don't really know what his role has been. Has he been trying to connect the play, or is he looking for a certain shot type with him on the edge of the box? What's the play there?
I don't think he has a great speed boost, and I don't think he has great finishing, so probably just the last link of play for a ball to get to Thierry Henry.
Pateas should be able to tap it on the rebound. Oh, it's a time-red finish. You time it red, Gravison, there's never a chance it's going to be on target, let alone be a goal.
Never, never, ever. So now Baldo has another chance to build up from the back. As you can see, he has the... Oh, that's a big mistake. Almost penalized.
Lev Yashin is certainly earning his money.
He is. He wants to get into a trip to Munich.
Front post flick on. The red time shot from Virgil van Dijk, but if he did connect with it, it would have been an unbelievable effort goal.
Wow.
Brilliant feat from Frankie de Jong.
That's
referee.
This could be dangerous.
We've seen these go in, haven't we?
We've seen it. Probably he's looking for Alexis McAllister.
It's a really awkward angle, this.
He's changing up the right stick switch. And now that's L1, that circle. That's looking for the time finish. I feel like he's going to look for a corner. I don't think this is going in.
McAllister steps up, off the bar. But there was a hand on it. Corner goes for the player's legs to Hernandez. Step overs don't come to anything, and a chance to break on the counter. Look at the pace there of Thierry Henry, who's going to run and drive now. And this attack, is the angle too much to ask? Goalkeeper movement was teased. And he chose the right way. It's so risky when you start playing with the goalkeeper.
The double tap, the double triangle tap to try to move the keeper, to predict a cross coming in, but obviously that leaves the first post unprotected. So Thierry Henry decided to work the angle, go for a green time shot, and that's 2-1 to Kamal. Beautiful final so far.
What do you make of that as well? Because we know that a little while back, those front post finishes used to be so deadly. There was obviously game updates and patches that came in to stop them being as effective. But unfortunately, when you move your goalkeeper like that, to expect the shot across goal, you're affecting the natural AI of the goalkeeper, and you're playing a risky game.
I love those predicts, because I think you're predicting is probably... screen time, but it was a weird angle. But I feel like those chances you're predicting something. So if he doesn't move the keeper, you look like a fool, really. But if you're able to get the predict right, you're a master at work.
Big tackle there needed.
I'm not enjoying Cruyff so much throughout the whole competition, and especially in the final. I feel like he's the worst player on the pitch.
I didn't want to say it, Gravison, but I'm glad you have. Mbappe in for 3. He was in such difficult position there, Bordeaux, because in moments before he moved the goalkeeper. But Kamau has done a great job there on 2 different occasions of just either waiting for the goalkeeper movement to come in or just taking a punt, taking a guess, and then Mbappe chose the right way.
And that's the predict we were talking about. Just a few minutes ago, he decided to go for the near post. So now you got into your mind and you're thinking, should I move the keeper? Should I not? And in that second, in which he didn't decide anything really, it was an easy finish by Mbappe. And that's the main difference, as you were mentioning before, between Mbappe and Cruyff. I mean, Cruyff is not as quick. The finishing is not there. And as you can see, he's going to just send him off the pitch. Because I feel like Maradona is a much better choice as a cam.
I feel like they may have heard us there speaking about Cruyff. I didn't want to. It just felt like he was in the game. Don't get me wrong. It's Johan Cruyff. He's an unbelievable icon, but it just didn't really serve the purpose.
No, not really. I feel like obviously he won't be as quick as other options, but at least you gotta find the spaces for a pass with Cruyff, and I don't think he's been able to find that either.
20 minutes. The team take a foot. And Bordeaux to try and pull this back. Maybe now.
Goalkeeper movement, saved.
That had to go in.
Had to go in. That's probably something he's going to regret throughout the whole second leg, because I feel like with that miss, this game is over. I feel like Kamal should be able to keep the ball a bit more. He had a chance to control just the ball a few seconds ago, didn't. Tried to look for a quick counter-attack. Now he has the chance to just keep the ball for a while. He's leading the game by 2 goals. I don't think he has to rush to score another one.
Take time out of the game unless he tries to find that fourth, which will really conclude the tie. The ball's bouncing around. Rodri, of all players, actually took the shot.
That's Johan Cruyff. A beautiful pass to Thierry Henry, and now a chance for a counter-attack.
Well, he is still on the pitch, Johan Cruyff. Can he do something now to shut us up? No. He can't.
The shot power is not there. It's not as high as Thierry Henry, as R9, as Mbappe.
And he also looked quite straight onto the goalkeeper. There wasn't really much of a Trivela angle there.
Nice defense by Cafu. Best right back in the game, you'd say? I'd say so.
It's one of those, isn't it? We don't always get to see him because it does cost a little bit. And his team of the year icon is definitely worth every penny if you can buy him. Last 8 minutes, I'm not sure what that was.
I think that was a Trivela trying to look for a goal, but as you can see, McAllister is going to be off the pitch, Rodri coming in, and as well Maradona.
Cruyff's off.
Cruyff's off. He had to go out.
I mean, he did get 82 minutes on the pitch, to be fair to him.
One thing, if we remember, Baldo was using the 4-4-2 in the first game against Karim. He changed to the 4-4-1-1 that third game, but now he's been using the 4-4-1-1 again. Not worked out well for him, so maybe if this gets to a third and decisive match, we could potentially see Baldo changing to a 4-4-2 again to try to mirror Kamal's game plan at the moment.
Clever foul from Team Fabian there, just to take some more time out of the game. 6 in-game minutes left to find 2 goals is still a massive ask. Remember, this isn't the grand final done with them. Swap controllers, so to speak, as both captains step up now. Henry Vinicius again, great defending from William Saliba.
And now He has all the time in the world to try to keep the ball. Switch up the play to Hansen. Wow, Theo Hernandez again. Would you imagine what could have been that team of the year, Theo Hernandez? What could have been? Oh.
Maradona.
Gets the ball.
It's too late, unfortunately.
And this is going to be it. This is going to be 1-0 to Team Germany on the final.
Thierry Henry, Maradona. There'll be nothing more than the consolation if Vinicius can win what looks to be, I want to say, a penalty. I've got a feeling that he might have just travelled into the box. Is it a free kick or a pen?
I think it's a free kick.
I think it's a free kick, right on the edge. Just. Wow.
Just.
Well, look, this should be a goal.
Yeah, I'll probably change to, Armando Maradona. And he's not looking for what I thought he was going to look.
Keeper's just moving. Van der Sar, left to right, left to right, left to right.
This is going to go in.
And you get at free kicks. Yes.
Diego Armando Maradona, the new FC25 item. We just got into the game a few weeks ago to make it 3-2, but Brandon, it's not enough.
Unfortunately not. So good to see Maradona back in the game now after such a long time coming.
What a goal. Wow.
No better free kick than that, is it? Look at that, barring in. Full-time result, though, to come in any second now. It will be 1 win on the board in the grand final of the EA Sports FC25 Creators Cup presented by PlayStation Tournaments. And it'll be a case of, if Fabian now can beat Tekafut in game 2, then it will be done. They will be champions. They're halfway there. And if they can complete what they just did there, Gravison, it'll be done in 2. And we'll have a new nation as champions here.
If we go back just a day ago, this match started the way this final started as well, with Kamal winning that first game. But now there's a chance for Fabienne to take her revenge, because if she's able to win this match, that's it for the final. What
a way to end. It's an International Women's Day today. We're ending on our potential grand final with 2 of the best women at FC25 in the space, going head to head. And you're right, when they played in the group yesterday, it was a narrow game. It was only 3-2. 3-2,
which is narrow result.
And the problem we've got as well in this for Fabio, maybe, I won't say it too loud, is that Tekafut hasn't conceded a goal in 3 games, I think, of EAFC. I think she scored about 12 goals. Yeah, 12. Hasn't conceded a goal in 3 games of FC25. So there's already a task in hand. She's only lost 1 game from 5 that she's played, and I believe she scored 21 goals, conceded just 2. She's had a pretty good tournament, hasn't she, Tekafut?
Yeah, we mentioned MVPs of the tournament. Sharon Jod, probably one of them. Karim is back, another one of them. And I want to throw another name that mix. That has to be Tekafut.
We're seeing some highlights here now from the game we just saw. The way that this is all looking, honestly, it would not surprise me if we go to game 3. It would not surprise me at all. This is how the game went. Look, it was a really great start from Team Fabian. 8 minutes in, they were dominating. Tekafut went down the opposite end, opened up the account, made it 1-0. And then that Travella flew into the back of the net from a kick-off. We jump into the second half now. This is a brilliant bit of build-up. Look at the goalkeeper movement now.
Wow. I love those predicts. As he green times the shot, and now he has another chance. And now
he's shot himself in the foot a little bit.
Not moving the keeper, and that's 3-1. And in my opinion, that was exactly the point in which the game ended. Obviously, we had this Diego Armando Maradona's goal. Beautiful free kick. But I feel like that final shifted when he predicted that goalkeeper movement. He didn't move the goalkeeper at all in the next chance he had. And I feel like sometimes those predictions can work out well or wrong for you.
Yeah, I think free kicks this year as well, especially for those at home, Gravison, that might not know how to take a free kick. They make it look so simple, these players, but they are actually quite simple free kicks. If you've got a decent free kick taker on it, they are as good as penalties. How is a simple way to take a free kick? Is it just an L1 and X amount of power?
Yeah, I feel like you have 3 different distances. So it's the medium one, short one, large and long one. In the long one, you gotta just try to take it with the outside foot. Try to press L1, circle, just not the power max, but just as close as you can get to that. And if you aim right, it's gonna be probably gonna be a goal. In the medium one, you don't need to change the direction, as we've seen from Diego Armando Maradona. You just don't touch the right stick at all. You try to aim with the left stick, L1, circle, and score it. And then when it's just that close, I feel like outside of the foot, it doesn't matter if you have the keeper, a player, anything. As long as you time and finish it right, it's going to go in.
I love these free kicks as well now in FC, where you can physically, decide where you hit on the ball. It takes you back to like 06, 07, the old school days of being able to sort of put X amount of spin on a free kick. Oh my days, what a start!
Wow.
Tekafut, take a bow. That is unbelievable, FC 25.
I thought it was going to be offside in that first pass, but it wasn't, and then she just had to choose a post. Chose the right one, that's 1-0, and that's probably, gotta tell you, as you can see, that pass, I thought that was going to be offside, that pass into Hansen, but it wasn't, and I mean, it was, I would say 4 passes in 1 second. Wow. That's something you probably expect in FC Pro. That's something you can also expect in here, the Creators Cup here in the Ria del Metropolitano. 1-0 to Tekafut. What a goal. Wow. Incredible.
Back to you, Fabian. And the tally continues for Tekafut. 13 goals scored, 0 conceded in roughly, 270 in-game minutes? Nearly 45 minutes of real-life time. She's not conceded a single goal.
Curious to see if she's going to be able to reach that 300 seconds.
Fabian might have something to say about that, because she had a really convincing display against Drogba in the last game. A 7-0 result. She didn't concede either, but she certainly knew where the back of the net was. Pressure on the shoulders of Tekafut. Has to win this game in the grand final for us to go to a third matchup with her teammate in Bordeaux.
That's a good build-up.
Try and turn this one around. Mateus Salah in the dangerous area again, just spinning William Saliba in circles. Henry, oh, where are we going? Whew. Saliba didn't know, neither did Virgil van Dijk.
Now a chance for a counter-attack. Fabian. Power bar from Pelé wasn't good enough. The pass wasn't good enough. I feel like the space was there. I really like the way Fabian plays, similar to all the German players. They are so direct. Those chances when they get the ball back in the middle of the pitch.
Not giving up on that one is Mateus Salah. Offloads it to Henry, the one more pass. Vinicius, saved by the feet, the goalkeeper, chance still alive. Henry might get another second bite. Virgil van Dijk in the way. But it is non-stop pressure at the moment from Tekafut as Henry can't find a way past the goalkeeper.
As you can see now, Fabian is going to take the ball back. She probably need to control the game for a bit, because I feel like when Teka reaches that final third, it's just pass, 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 and an open angle for a shot. So when you find yourself in those momentums, you got to do what Fabian is just doing right now. She's doing it perfectly. Just try to get the ball back for a few minutes, try to get your composure back, and when there's an opening for attack, go for it. That's a beautiful build-up.
Nice little idea with the pace boost there of Mbappe. Now, can she find the cutback on the edge of the box?
That's the main reason why she's a pro, Fabian. It's not easy at all to just control the rhythm of the game. So when you see your opponent just free-flowing, you gotta just take it a little bit slowly, try to defend and try to keep the ball for a while. I really like what Fabian has been doing for the last 10 minutes or so of the game.
Salah fancied a finesse. I'm not sure it turned into a pass. She's not going to complain, though, if Omri can lay it back to Salah.
And that's an unlucky goal to concede, because we just saw we had that red time shot, which was a perfect assist, really. But I feel like when Fabienne is defending those 2v2 situations with two strikers against the two center backs, she is panicking. She's not switching as quick as she should to try to close that space with the right back. She could probably try to manually select a center midfielder as well to try to press, but she's doing neither of them. She's just trying to get the ball back with the center backs. So there's that open space for the winger. I feel like if Fabienne doesn't change the way she's defending, she's going to keep conceding those goals all day.
So happy as well, Gravison, because we've seen the likes of Fabienne, we've seen the likes of Tekafut sign these contracts to professional esports teams and sort of announce themselves on the main stage, but we've never been able to always see an opportunity for them to compete until this moment here in the Creators Cup. And look, how good have both these two been across 2 days, but the level of performance we're seeing here from Tekafut is incredible.
It's incredible, and both of them have delivered. I mean, Fabienne, when she had the chance to try to win those matches, she did not only win them, but convincingly. I mean, 7-0, 8-0 results. And one thing that I really like about the way Fabienne's playing is just she's able to win those matches comfortably, but I feel like she's really competing well in this match as well, with the rhythm, the way she's playing.
She's so fast, isn't she? Lofted ball away across. Oh, no! Had to go in from Thierry Henry. It landed perfectly onto his left boot.
Nice defense by Alexis McAllister.
Too much power on that shot, or why did it go wrong?
Probably too much power, and it wasn't green timed.
Oh no, Pateas offside.
That was close. Probably the power bar, and not only that, it was wide timed. So that was a clear chance for Fabienne. And again, I feel like we've surpassed the 300 minutes we were talking about without conceding a goal. I'm doing the maths, but I feel like we have, right?
We certainly have. 310 minutes, right, without conceding a goal for Tekafut. Last 3 minutes before half-time. Could be a massive chance. She went to try and square it across goal. I appreciate the idea. Got to make something happen from this corner. Virgil van Dijk is in the air. Oh! Did he get headed in? Have a bicycle kick instead.
What a way to end this first half. We see Van Dijk with that acrobatic kick to end up the last chance. Van Dijk had to equalize that game. You can see how at a really high point of the length. Oh, what a finish. Virgil van Dijk to make it 2-1. Feels like this game is more than alive, especially after this goal.
And unfortunately, the time of not conceding a goal does come to an end, Gravison, but it was an impressive nearly and a half games.
Wow.
From Tekafut. Her performance today, though, has remained incredible. She has scored 14 goals, conceded 1, and still yet hasn't lost a game here. Now, the EA Sports FC25 Creators Cup in Madrid. Half-time, only a goal between the two. Remember, it must be Team Tekafut that'll win this game if we want to go to a third and final matchup. All Fabienne needs to do. I say all she needs to do. She needs to try and win this game. To try to make it a 2-0, and they will be crowned champions here.
One thing that I find astonishing about Teka is she's using the 4-4-1-1, which is not the most defensive formation. And even though she's using that formation, she's defending really well, not only with the fullbacks and centre backs, but also on the counter attacks as well. So That's probably the main reason why she's been so dominant so far. The defense.
Wait a second.
Penalty!
And if he gets a booking on there, I don't think Virgil van Dijk will go into the book. This is a massive chance. Team of the Apello from the spot. 3 minutes after the restart, misses. And maybe that was karma for a penalty that potentially shouldn't have been given. A chance to counter-attack now. You don't get a better chance than that from the spot, Gravison.
No, but now she has another chance. Hansen to try to attack down the wing. Look at this is dangerous.
Bastian Schweinsteiger coming in. Is that Anders Vergang's item, maybe?
It is. Most definitely is.
His FC Pro special line features in this team.
Nice defense.
He's got the passing attributes, hasn't he, to be able to switch the play from side to side.
I mean, he has the best playstyles you could ask for a midfielder. Maybe not as convincing stats as, I don't know, Tim Bellingham and Patrick Vieira. But playstyle-wise, I feel like that's the best option you can get. And not only that, the body type as well. He's so strong on the midfield. That's a beautiful
really
pass.
First time ball. Can De Jong find an option though?
Great defending. No! Oof.
Got away with that one.
Look at this, the counter-attack. Pelé is through. Nice defense. Again, this is a high-level FC 25 match.
Both these games in the final have been so end-to-end between the two. Cafu round the corner. Mohamed Salah just waiting to try and piece it all together with the final pass.
That was close. Now, this is smart from Fabienne. She suffered a couple of attacks which were dangerous coming in from Teka, so now she's able to get the ball back, try to build up from the back. Now Rodri is through. That's good. Is that outside? Yeah. That's a pause coming in. I feel like Fabienne is be able to get a goal back. I feel like she's playing.
She's certainly sort of come into the game, hasn't she? Kylian Mbappe does just get subbed off there. Team of Vinicius Jr. Michael comes on for Carl Walker that was subbed off. No Cafu involved in this team at all. It's a different team, isn't it? It's a very different 11-player squad.
Schweinsteiger, Maicon as well. Most definitely is. Now we have 30 minutes left. Let's see what happens.
25 minutes left. In case you missed it, was a penalty miss just 5-10 in-game minutes ago. Take a foot. Going to score another one. We could be on for a third matchup, another reset. Is there a finesse angle opening up for Vinicius Jr.? So many finesse plus play style options there that can try and cause a problem. Cruyff, Elastico in his way, trying to get on the score sheet and do his bit.
End-to-end FC 25 right here, Brandon.
Final 20, Schweinsteiger. Trying to offload it into Pelé. Tries to just toe poke it into the back of the net.
That was a beautiful manual interception.
But just couldn't find a way through.
This could be it.
It's a running race. Vinicius Jr. should be round. He's fresh off the pitch. Lobs all the way through. That could have potentially been a horrible own goal. 15 minutes away from a third match decider. Teka Foot will know that. Teka Foot will know that she can take more time out of the game if she needs to, or alternatively try and grab one more goal just to solidify the result. Lovely step overs. Casillas just about able to parry it away.
Oh, no. That's a big mistake.
Cruyff, over to you.
That was the first mistake we've seen from Fabian in a while. And now this could be it.
Another 5 minutes gone in the game. Offside? No. So Hernandez doing all he can to stop Mohamed Salah. More time being taken out of the game as we get into the latter stages here now.
The game management.
More roll of the dice. There could be a chance, or even two, for Fabian now.
She didn't open up the angle for the pass.
Rushed it ever so slightly.
Yeah, a bit. And now with the game management we've seen from Teka, I feel like she's going to be able to keep the ball for a while. I don't feel like she's going to lose it for at least 5 to 6 minutes.
Mateus! I thought for a second that was it. And so did Teka Foot. I'm sure Baldo is saying over her shoulder, just take every second you can. She gets dispossessed again. Chance for Fabian. We had drama in our last semi-final. Are we in for more late drama in this second leg? She'll be thinking at the back of her mind, Fabian, that penalty chance, how it could have been a different story. I think you'd like to say that is going to do us here for a result. We might be on our way to a third game, unless... No.
1 minute left. I feel like Teka is going to pass the ball back to the keeper, and that's going to be it.
She's going to end unbeaten. That's the last game that she will play here at the EA Sports FC 25 Creators Cup. Teka Foot, what a performance, by the way. Conceded 3 goals in the last 2 days and hasn't lost a single game.
Incredible.
In groups, in lower bracket, in knockout play. She, no doubt, even if the team don't win in this next game, in this deciding matchup, she has been one of the MVPs here.
Definitely one of the main MVPs in this tournament. And one thing that I loved in this match, we've not seen Teka so much in this LAN environment because she didn't have many chances. And one thing that I really, really admire is the way she was able to keep that game management throughout those last 15 minutes, because Fabian changed the formation to the 4-4-2, the one with the CDMs, and she changed the way she was playing, and Teka was able to adapt so quick to that. She was, as long as you can understand, when you have CDMs instead of CMs, you cannot press as well. So Teka realized that, and she was able to keep the ball just around that final third, because she knew Fabian wasn't going to be able to just press her. And those things are the things that make a pro win. Those are the things that then make the pros win those big titles. You know what I mean? So I feel like she has it all to compete between the best. I feel like I'm really impressed with the way Teka has played today.
It's all about opportunities, isn't it? And we've been in this space for a long time. We've been able to commentate a lot of PlayStation tournaments in the moments, but we've never had the opportunity for women to really showcase just how good they are with just the level of competition across the board. And look, they have been verified players. They have signed professional contracts with esports teams, and it is so good. It might have taken us a little bit of time to see them on the main stage, but they've been so good today. I know Fabian lost that game, but she won 7-0 in her last game. But Teka Foot, she won't play any more games here in Madrid. She's played all of her games, and she's really played her part. Only conceded 3 goals in 2 days. She's won every single game she's played, and what a performance. What a performance she has had.
And now we gotta think about this last match of the day, of the tournament, of the final, which is that Kamal game.
It goes back now, doesn't it? Back to game 3. But the one thing that we know about these players is that they've been involved in this situation last game. I think only 2 games in our knockout play today. 2 quarterfinals. Sorry, only one game today has not gone to a third game. 1 quarterfinal didn't go to a third game. Other than that, we've gone to a third game every single time, which I think probably goes to explain, Gravison, how competitive this is.
Incredible. I mean, this is what we love to see. We don't expect these finals to just be clean sweeps. We like competition. We like the matches go back and forth. And I feel like in this match, I kind of see Kamal as the favorite, but I see it going either way, if I'm honest.
Absolutely. Well, look, we can see you home. Let us know who's going to be winning this one. We've seen loads of support in the chat for Tekka Foot as well. I think she's got a very strong Brazilian community pushing her through. And also, remember, if you want to get involved in PlayStation tournaments, you can very quickly jump onto your FC25 Ultimate Team tab or go onto your PlayStation 5 console, search the tournaments. There are tournaments across multiple different games every hour, honestly, every day of the week, with so many crazy prizes, such as this getting to come to Madrid as part of the EA Sports FC25 Creators Cup. And we might have been in for a treat across these last 2 days. It is certainly delivered. We're in game 3 now of our grand final. Both teams have shared a result, and it needs a third decider in the best of 3. You win this, you're off to a Champions League final with a +1, and you're picking up €2,500, which we must say as well will go to the PlayStation tournament winner. The team captain actually doesn't get the €2,500. It all goes to whoever wins this game, really, between the two competitors. It will be Kamal, who's part of this Team Fabian side, kicking from right to left in that white German strip. He was the man who took the all-important win in game 1. But as we've seen from Bordeaux once, we'll see it again, Gravis. He lost to Karim in his first opening game in the semi-final, but he came back in round 3 with all the pressure on his shoulders and delivered. Cruyff finds Henry. This is Bordeaux now. Virgil van Dijk doing enough there to stop the potential finesse coming in. We might see it now. Does it need it? Shifts it onto his right boot. Times it green. And Team Tekka Foot are up by a goal to 0.
That was a beautiful build-up coming in from Baldo with a 4-4-1-1. It all started with the midfielder, passed it into Vini, and then when Henry got that ball inside the box, he could decide to go for a finesse into a near post, maybe a normal shot to the far post. The second choice was the one that Baldo made, and it was green and money, because that's 1-0 for Team Tekka Foot, 1-0 for Team Brazil. And it feels like we're going to have a long match, because I don't think this is the last goal we're going to see in this final game of the day.
With how quickly these games have gone and how quickly players have been able to respond, definitely won't be the last goal of the game we would have seen here. Back to you, Team Fabian. And you come out on the sticks as... I mean, he did score that goal in the last time these two met, but the angle was a bit better and timing of the shot was certainly green. That was white. Are we in for a second now? Cruyff.
Nice defense. Nice right stick switching into Van Dijk. The way he was able to press and get the ball back. Wonderful. Now a chance for a counter-attack. Saved by Theo Hernandez, who's probably been the most valuable player on the pitch for any player throughout the whole competition. I mean, he's just the best fullback in the game. No competition needed.
Thinking about it, Omri.
Oh, Maicon.
Such a simple thing, though, isn't it? To add into your game player switch. And obviously you can just click L1 and you can manually switch, but you can get a bit more, I guess, control over exactly who's going to be controlling the ball, who's going to be tracking a player. And it sounds scary to use, but it's just a simple right stick, isn't it?
It is fairly simple, but you can...
It sounds get it wrong.
Yeah, it's scary because if you get it wrong once, you'll probably mess up the whole defense.
Cruyff, finesse! Oh, still! Can't find the back of the net. Everything was perfect about it. Millimetres.
No. Got an open space for a pass into Vini. Didn't trust it. And now a chance for a counter-attack for Kamal.
Back post, keep an eye. Vinicius might not be the best in the air, but he'd have a lot of time. Decides to go against the lofted ball and instead will rework it in this way. Mbappe, can he pull away for the defender? Corner. Fabian, first time, front post.
Oh.
Really, that should have done better.
Should have been. At least. Made an effort for the keeper. Yeah, at least. This is good. Johan Cruyff with a beautiful pass into Hansen. And again, I feel like we're talking about him all the time. Theo Hernandez gets the ball back. I feel like one thing we can ask people at home and actually give them the information, Brandon. Just go on the market. Doesn't matter if the informed, if it's the non-informed, you gotta buy Theo Hernandez.
Well, speaking of Theo Hernandez, he's heard you because he might be the provider of this goal. That could have gone terribly wrong there for William Saliba if he just tapped that circle button. This has been so end-to-end. I attack, you attack. Everything you want in the grand final. Maicon. Can he outsmart Theo Hernandez? No, he can't. 6 minutes away from half-time. As it stands, the ultimate recovery redemption story, or whatever you want to call it, looks like it's going to happen again for Team Tekkerfoot. They've lost their opening game on a few different occasions in this tournament. But it's been the anchor of this team, the captain of this team, Tekkerfoot, that's been able to sort of get them back on the straight and narrow in those second-round matches to give Bordeaux, a teammate, another chance. When that second chance has come, he's been able to deliver. Why do you think that could be sometimes, Gravison? It seems like it's happened quite a few times in the groups. Here's Kamal blocked again. See this chance come in. Mbappe, brilliant feet, once, twice, tells 2 or 3 players a dream in the box.
Nice defense.
And then eventually time red. But what do you think there's a few times Bordeaux's lost the opening game, whether it's been in the groups, whether it's been in the knockouts, and when he's got a second chance at it in round 3, he's actually been quite convincing in the result he's had.
I feel like when you are playing best of 3s, you can always adapt to the way your opponent is playing. And I feel like at the moment Baldo has been great at doing that, just that, because in the first match I feel like you don't know your opponent that much, you don't know the way he plays, so probably the player who's at the best player mechanically will win that game. But then in that last game of the best of 3, probably you're gonna get adjustments, so it won't only be who's the most mechanically gifted player, it's also gonna be who's the smartest one as well.
Well, a quick start to the second half here. We could be in for another! It's a 2-goal lead in the grand final. It might not have been time green, but he doesn't care. It's Vinicius Junior Team of the Year.
I was just mentioning how Baldo might not be the greatest mechanic player in here in the Metropolitano, but he could be the smartest one with the way he adapts to the opponents, with the way in both halves he started just attacking on the wing, trying to get the cut back into not only a striker but a midfielder as well. I feel like Kamal has been lacking those defense when he's trying to defend the cutback.
When you said the smartest, Gravison, go a bit more in depth on that. How do you mean?
I mean, in the way he adapts to his opponents, in the way he's changing formations.
So he's not... He's happy to constantly change formations. He's happy to adapt to his opponent. He's not sort of stuck in his ways.
No, not at all. He's been using the 4-4-1-1, 4-4-2, 4-2-1-3. And I feel like he completely changed the way he defended in the first match to the way he's defending now. But this could be dangerous. I feel like he's much quicker now with the way he's switching to the center backs, the way he's defending those 1v1 situations. I feel like he's adapted fairly well, which is not an easy thing to do, especially after the patch in those 1v1 situations.
Henry just looking for somebody to try and help him out.
Wow.
See you later. Hansen sends Theo Hernandez the opposite way. Vinicius Junior has to come back to try and defend. Oh, wow. Onside, 3-0. We might be on to see Team Brazil do it again in the Creators Cup. They did it in Manchester last year. And it was a very different duo then. 12 months on. It's a new Brazilian duo, but the result looks to be the same.
It was so nice, I had to do it twice. And the way Baldo has adapted in this third and final match of the day is just brilliant. He's been able to counter-attack that defensive depth of 95, and in this last chance he was able to just keep the ball, be composed in the last third, try to double tap with a triangle, and that was just an easy finish by Thierry Henry. 3-0, green type shot, and it feels like this game is closely decided. Unless...
Just looking here, Graverson, this will be the third time from quarterfinals to grand final where Baldo he's lost his first game and he's had to come back and win game 3. And every single time when all that pressure's been on him, I don't know, he's sort of not made it easy for himself at all, but when he's in this scenario, he's been able to pull through. Vinicius has to score if there's any chance of a comeback. 20 in-game minutes. Yes, there is time.
I feel like this 4-4-1-1 against 4-4-2, Baldo was having the same defensive line so high up the pitch. I feel like he has to change the depth for a bit, try to look for maybe 50 or even 70, because if not, I feel like Kamal is going to comfortably look for those first time through passes. Doesn't matter if it's love, it doesn't matter if it's a driven one. I feel like he's gonna comfortably try to span them for just whatever minutes we have left of the match.
Score again now. What a final 15 minutes we've got. If you're Baldo, if you can just hang on to the ball for 10 in-game minutes to grabs, and it just completely changes everything. It takes so much pressure off your shoulders, gives you more confidence that you're going to be able to see out 10 in-game minutes. However, if you do that and you give away possession, things start to look a little bit dangerous for Rigo. Is the angle there? Teo Hernandez proving why he is so good.
Incredible defense. No. That's one of those mistakes that you simply cannot afford.
Just take time out of the game. You're 15 minutes away from Champions League tickets and €2,500.
Well defended again.
And once again, as PlayStation tournaments continue to do again. It was last year where he was playing in this competition, the PlayStation Creators Cup and Esports FC 25. He was playing at home in Brazil. We've only dreamt of this scenario. To be on a plane to Madrid on a fully paid trip. To have had the tournament run that he's had. Yeah, there might have been a bit of luck along the way, and there certainly has been a team effort in this one.
Wow.
However, let's just hold that thought for a second. Far too keen on the goalkeeper movement there.
He's done it again. Same as the first match, he predicted the goalkeeper movement.
There's always this angle as well. I mean, look.
And then the keeper is obviously out of position and it's not going to save that one. So that's 3-2. That's 10 minutes left to play. Wow. We could be in for another goal by Kamal to make it to the extra time.
The worst part about that is, Graverton, if it was just a yard, if that was just done a second later, the angle of the save might have been enough for it to hit the post or go around the post.
I'm telling you, it's a lot of time, 10 minutes.
You've got 7 minutes to settle this. And you're up against a player that's going to be pressing the hell out of you.
You gotta
score a goal, it takes all the pressure off your shoulders. Is that what he's going to do? Or just try and take time out?
No.
4.5 in-game minutes away. You will get a chance, Kamal. But everything has to be perfect or not. No, dispossessed. Now it's back to you, Baldo. It's in your hands. It's in Team Tekkerfoot's hands. No, it's not. 2 minutes left. Bodies charging forward now. Runs being triggered. Is that the overlap ball? It's down this right-hand side, which has been a real difficult area of the pitch to deal with. And in time of 2 in-game minutes, just hold on to the ball. And the Brazilian duo will do it again. 40 in-game seconds for Team Tekkerfoot. And in time play, Brazil do it again. This time with a different Brazilian duo. They did not make it easy, but they are your 2025 EA Sports FC 25 Creators Cup, presented by PlayStation Tournaments champions. But they did not make that easy, Gravison. What a bracket run they had. They were up, they were down, they were in best of 3 games every single time. But one thing that remained consistent in that team is the captain. Tekkerfoot, you did not lose a single game. You conceded 3 goals in 2 days. What a team leader, what a captain. I mean, what a player as well, a PlayStation Tournaments winner.
Incredible. I mean, she played 6 games in the whole competition, conceded just 3 goals. And not only that, the consistency, the way she adapted to that press at the final stages of the matches, the way she was able to be composed, to defend well. I feel like she was incredible.
I've just looked as well from the back days, sorry. 4 out of the 6 matches, I believe, Baldo lost his first game and then went and won his 3rd game. We'll have to ask him when we interview them as champions. I don't know, he made it so difficult for himself. Did he just want to play more of the game? It felt like that sometimes.
I feel like those players, as Baldo, who are most experienced, I feel like they're able to just analyze the way your opponent is playing. And maybe you are not able to make those adjustments in the first 90 minutes, but then when you get that second chance, you will be able to do it.
No, incredible scenes. As we said, it was for Team Brazil in Manchester last year at the Creators Cup. They were champions. 12 months on, we knew it was a stacked roster of talent, 12 different teams from all over the world. But it's the same nation that come out on top again.
Brazil. There's something about Brazilians in 2v2 tournaments internationally. There's something about them. It's just, I would say, it's their will to win, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Well, look, incredible stuff. Gravison, absolute pleasure commentating with you here in your home city of Madrid. What a chance it's been here at the Riyadh Air Metropolitano Stadium in Madrid. But let's throw it down to Rachel and Ian, who are going to crown our champions here.
Brandon and Gravs, thank you very much. Did a wonderful job, but the time has come to crown our winners. Ladies and gentlemen, your EA Sports FC 25 Creators Cup champions, presented by PlayStation Tournaments, is Team Tekkerfoot!
What a tournament, and what a moment for these two. Tekkerfoot and Baldo, congratulations, commiserations as well to Team Germany and to Fabian and Kamal there. They were epic as well, but we have to talk to our champions. Tekkerfoot, you're even looking quite emotional now at what this moment means to you. What does it mean to you both? Baldo, I'll start with you. Brazil defending this title.
For me, it's very important because 3 weeks ago, I lost 2 times the Libertadores final match to be in the Libertadores final. So I thought my season was over. And then we are here and we are the champions.
You feel like the nerves are still there. The nerves still there from the match. I feel them, guys.
Yes, a final, you're always a little nervous, but I think we played really well and we deserve it.
They've done it now, Ian.
They have.
You've got confetti in your hair, FYI. I might too, but...
I think we all do. But I can just sense what it means to you. And Tekkerfoot, we had a conversation before you came up here for the grand final, and you said, we're going to win. It's almost like you knew you were going to be stood here surrounded by confetti. How was that grand final for you?
That's incredible. Baldo, it's a best player. I told him, and I think we play very, very good.
That's obvious, right, Rich? They played wonderfully. And the prizes that these guys get, one of a kind.
I mean, we want to know who you're going to take, because selecting somebody to bring over to Germany for the UEFA Champions League final is going to be pretty difficult. Maybe everyone's going to want to be your friends. Now, who are you taking?
I don't know.
Anybody here want to be the plus one? Yeah, I thought so.
I told my father before that if I win, he's going to with me.
So we've got a father here with Baldo. Tekka, who are you possibly taking?
My mother, maybe.
Maybe.
It's a family affair. I love that. And look, what a prize. You get to come all the way back to Europe, this time, like you said, to Germany. So congratulations. I need to ask you, what do you think this win does for your career?
This win was very difficult. Fabian played very good, and the creator that take part of the team has good too, but Baldo
too good.
Is the best.
Yes.
Baldo, final question is, what has it meant to be a part of the Creators Cup that PlayStation have put on? Because it's been great for us to be a part of, but the fact that you've come here and you've not only just played, you've competed and won. Just describe what this event was like for people who might want to take part next year.
I'm very happy being here. I think it's a very important tournament with the PlayStation. Not talking about the prize, because we don't have many tournaments in UFC, so I'm very happy with these tournaments of PlayStation, and also being here with Tekka. She's the best here. I think she's the only unbeaten in this tournament, so I'm very happy.
I mean, give it up, I think, one more time for Team Tekka Foot and Brazil, guys.
Back to back, Brazil.
Creators Cup champions for FC 25. And remember, guys, you can be here as well. PlayStation tournaments have tournaments running all the time online, so go and join one right now. They're half an hour, running every half an hour at this moment. Log into your console and join all the tournaments, and next year it could be you. Guys, thank you so much. Brandon, Grav, thank you. Ian, I've loved it.
Me too. And I just want every single one of the players that are still in attendance here, of course, reminder to all of you that 100,000 players wanted a spot. You all got them, so give yourselves a round of applause as well. We love this tournament. It's been an honour being a part of it here in Madrid. You guys were phenomenal. Enjoy your big win. Enjoy the Champions League final. And we will see you next time. Thank you very much.
in the vibe in the place, yeah. Feeling alive, it's amazing. 365 and I'm still, yeah. So I'm gonna enjoy the life hard. Loving the vibe in the place, yeah. Feeling alive, it's amazing. 365 and I'm still, yeah. So I'm gonna enjoy the life hard, yeah.
Le dije mami, no me conoces de nada, pero yo quiero ese ferry, babe, toda la semana. Le dije mami, no me conoces de nada, pero yo quiero ese ferry, babe, toda la semana. Ay, oye mami, que lo que, ¿de dónde? Estamos blancos de tu piel, no te escondes. Déjame susurrarte al oído. Quiero conocer tu nombre, baby.